Welcome to Sea Time, everybody, the off-road show that brings you all the results, news, and online shenanigans that make being online a good time. We'd like to say thank you to Fly Racing for their support of Sea Time. Please go check them out at flyracing.com.
All right, well, so welcome to Sea Time, everybody. It's very interesting because right now we've kind of changed things up a little bit. What I kind of decided to do is there's 5 shades of Brian. It's not 50 shades because I'm not that old just yet, but I figured there's all the different people that I've been throughout my life. Sometimes, yes, I've even been a woman. And I've kind of decided to bring all of those different personalities together for our 100th freaking episode this evening. So actually, these are all extremely good friends of mine in the local Texas racing, if you will. It's some form or another. We have either raced together, ridden together, had a few beers together, or maybe even done a couple Sea Time shows together. So it's a very big plethora of people, and they're all great admirers of life and riding dirt bikes, and that's why they're here. 100 episodes. So when we started this out, my friend Jordan and Jason, Mr. Bloody J, he's moved on into the world of married and trying to have kids. And since I obviously didn't have to try to move on, it just kind of happened, I figured I'd just keep going with this. But this is kind of what it's evolved into. And so, yeah, we started with 2 guys on a couch. Now it's just me on a couch. We Skype with people. Cody's been on the show a couple times. James has been on a couple times. Tiffany's never had a chance. Tiffany, though, for you guys know, she's very nervous, 1. And 2, she actually she helps out behind the scenes. So sometimes when you get quick, unwitty comments, it's her. It's not just me like taking a shit trying to respond really quickly without any thought process. It's just,
I try to mimic him as well as I can. Really hard.
And it's like, oh my God, my boobs hurt. And you're like, oh, that was Sea Time. Crap. Like, wrong message. And then Sam Reynolds, I guess we're kind of going around. So Sam Reynolds, for you guys who don't know, is the father of Cole Reynolds. Cole Reynolds is a local pro now in the TSEC Enduro circuit.
He is.
And he's moving up to the heavy A class in Toro.
Right.
But so what Sam is a very dear friend to me just because of the fact that he holds beer and adult beverages to his heart just about the same level as I do. It's just he's older and has way more experience at it than I do.
I do have a little more experience, no doubt.
So, but a big thing with Sam and I, we're at a lot of the same races together, typically because I'm racing the next morning. Well, he is too, but his race is Saturday evening. It's how fast can he get through to the bottom of the cooler or the crown bottle.
That's right.
And then I'll race on Sunday after having tried to keep up with him. But yeah, no, we always talk racing and have fun, and so I wanted him to come be here to make sure we kept a little bit of the unserious.
It's all about having a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
Now, the guy smushed in between the two that I just kind of skipped around about, Mr. James Hill. James Hill is expert in both, right? You're still expert in TSEC?
Yes.
Okay, so expert Toro, expert TSEC, and expert TCCRA. Used to do pro class way back in the day, I guess in our generation.
It's been a while.
Yeah, in Texas. Done really good there. Raced some OMAs and GNCCs too, right? Like in the pro classes there?
Works. I didn't
Works?
do any of that.
Works. You made it to California? We talked about this, right?
I didn't go all
This is before Works was a wholly like California motocross off-road
in
scene.
Oklahoma and
Man, so like, at some point when it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So James has been on the show before. He's kind of like the quiet riot. He's just he's going to make sure to keep us on target because every now and again he's going to come up with stuff that's going to be really funny or it's going to make me laugh because I'm going to think it's really funny. And that should be a key for you to laugh.
He's truly an extrovert.
Yeah. In reality, he is not. Typically, keeping pants on this guy is very, very difficult. So it's a good thing we let him break his rib this weekend, or he would have just been off the charts, man. It would have been like me sitting down. It'd been weird. So then, of course, we have Mr. Cody Beck over here to my left. Cody Beck. It's funny because I tried to call him Cody Webb earlier because we were talking about the enduro. I know it's like, oh yeah, no, I did. I totally got a beta. I'm number 2 now. It's fantastic. I live not in Texas. Not the best. So pro racer here in Texas, been for a long time. You kind of took a little time off in school,
Yeah.
I mean, are you born and raised Texas and been racing pretty much your whole life?
Texan.
There's two, brother.
Yeah, right, for sure. Texans. So, Cody Beck is here to kind of give us the racer perspective. I think if anything that comes out of tonight, I want everybody to realize that we've done this for 100 episodes because this is the 100th episode. We didn't think there was anything to it when we started it. Hopefully there is still something to it for as many episodes as we're going to keep going, and maybe we'll make it another 100. If not, at least we've got tonight, right, ladies?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Well, so here's to you guys. Thanks for being here.
to you.
Appreciate it. And
Away from the Mac.
Away from the mat.
yeah, away
center
from
of
the
the
mat.
table.
We don't want to any more shenanigans. So, one of the things too is that we wanted to make sure that we brought extra awesome to all of this. So, for those of you that are just tuning in, we do have a chat room. So it's tlk.io/seattime. I know that's a little weird, talk without the A, but if you get in there, you can get into the chat room and you can talk with us all the stuff that's going on. What's great about that is we're going to be doing giveaways. So the first person that's going to be responding either through Twitter or through the chat room, depends, we might pick both, is going to be able to win lots and lots of stuff. We're not giving away anything just yet. We're going to hold you in suspense. But what we are going to do is we've got Fly Racing's Evolution set of their gear in red. We're going to be giving that away. We've got a couple questions about some riders who in the past who have been on Seat Time. And then, of course, Ride PG, another one of our great sponsors, is going to be giving away a whole numbers kit. So, unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to give away a whole bike kit. But, hey, I think a whole number kit,
That's number kit's good.
any C guy out there is going to think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, I think that's fun. Maybe we'll just give it to you.
I could
you're
use
faster
some
than a
new
C
gear.
rider. You're faster than a C rider. So we're going to be doing that as well. Cameron Verzak, who's actually another Texas racer, was able
or
to...
Raider.
Yeah.
Or Raider.
Well,
Or Raider.
He raided some stuff. I'm just not going to talk about his girlfriend like that on the internet, okay? So he's going to be giving away some Advocare. He's got some Slam and some Spark. Maybe not just in his pants. He might actually mail it to you. That he wants you to take part and enjoy and see how much it helps you out. So he's going to be giving that away. We've got a couple questions from our coach, Seiji, episode that we had. And then, of course, Andrew DeLong's signed jersey. Actually, you have that right behind you, Sam.
It's right there.
You could just
Do you wanna
totally pick
hold
it
that
up
up?
and show it. Because
Look at that.
it takes a while to get Sam thinking.
It does. Look at that.
So,
Pesky.
and this
There
is
you go.
and that is the jersey that he wore when he won Unadilla. So that was pretty much his comeback GNCC from his very, very
Side view.
bad,
Ripped
Like
and
that.
everything.
from so that's
Very
off the
nice.
podium, not even to the
Off-fitting.
wash. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. But he signed it and sent it to us, and we're going to be sending that to some of you
Some
folks.
lucky
So
fan.
yes, some lucky fan. All right. So I want to just do a roundtable in the sense of like what's been going on with people because it's been a long time since I've been at a lot of the races. So Cody, you are on my left. You look like a fun person to start with. What has
Yeah.
been going on in your world?
For me, just recovering from a shoulder separation, trying to get back on top. On top, I say hanging with Caleb and Cameron Ishmael out there at the TCRA, but just going at it, trying to get on top of my program and keep up with those guys,
When you say
Trying to
top
have
of your
fun
program,
racing.
is that like your nickname for Brittany?
No, sir. That's a distraction.
Oh, right. Yeah. I just was wondering. That'd be fun though.
Well, actually, Brittany is now a personal trainer, so that's helping
Yes.
in my racing.
So she is
Oh, yeah.
your program.
Part
Yeah.
of
Oh, that's right. She was asking about doing a video.
Yes.
What was?
Yes.
Was
a
she-
training. Yeah.
Yeah. So she
Like
wanted.
training
She was
stuff,
asking because before I did my shoulder shit. I'm big into. I love going to boot camps and CrossFit and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So she asked me, and I was like, awesome. At this point in time, we can show you being the person that's in shape and rides and what they look like when they do your workouts. And then there's me, and I can be the guy that just finished a six pack. Either on the body or off the body, or in the body.
30. I don't
And,
know.
and I was like, I'm in, regardless. So yeah, that'd be cool. That'll be a lot of fun. So
She's
she's
doing it in boot camp right now as we
Yeah.
speak.
Oh, that's why she's not here.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
We were supposed to be there, but we're here.
Hey, I appreciate that. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a few of these guys, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah, I agree. So that's good. We'll do that. I'm looking forward to
Sounds
that. So
good.
Tiffany, what has been going on in your world? I haven't seen you in a while either.
Just racing TCCRA as well.
And you guys just had a really wicked race, right?
We did.
Awesome.
Iowa Park near Wichita Falls.
And there's a new property.
Nice.
It was a new property. It hadn't been ridden on. They got a lot of rain, and so it ended up being pretty nice.
Getting a
Yeah.
lot of rain, folks, in Texas right now is like,
Important.
Yeah,
we love you. Thank
Yep.
you for being here, rain gods. Like,
yeah, it was good.
nice.
Thanks,
Awesome.
thanks to Mark's coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coach.
you know him, right?
Mark Cook.
I'm sorry.
We love you, Mark.
We love you, but damn it, you need to change the way your last name is spelled because we don't know if it's Cook, Coach, Cock, like it's
I'm pretty sure it's cooked.
Yeah.
It's cooked.
cooked. It's totally cooked.
It's
Because we were on the show and we kept saying cock, but we tried to make it sound like cook and not as abrasive.
Cluck?
Yes.
Is it K-O-C-H?
K-O-C-H, and it's apparently cook. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a text message, something in the next 5 minutes once the lag is gone, and then we're going to find out for sure. So, but yeah. So, yeah, that's what Mark put that race on. His wife, obviously, it looked like his wife and his buddy Mark Weeks did
Mark Weeks
a
was
lot
out
of
there.
work
Yep,
out
they
there.
did.
All those guys are
They
awesome.
did a lot.
Yeah. Well, cool. I can't
We
wait
need
to
'em.
hear more about that for sure. We're going to hear more about this property that I still haven't been able to ride. It's just horrible. So James, you look in pain. Like I don't know if you're just not having fun or
No, I think he looks like James.
not T-Pain.
This is how James looks.
It's me all the time.
We call you J-Pain, is that?
No.
No? Okay. Absolutely not. So James, dude, what's been going on? You do look uncomfortable.
I am.
Okay.
Got a fractured rib. Something's wrong with my shoulder. They said there was nothing wrong, but it doesn't want to work, so I'm pretty sure there's something wrong.
So what's the range
What
of
else?
motion right now?
Well,
You can't scratch his nose.
Yeah, I want to scratch my nose right now.
Can't
but-
scratch his what?
Can you scratch the important parts?
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Can you
The
wipe? I
swollen
guess is the
back.
better question.
That is important. That's
I'm
important.
right-handed, so I'm good.
Nice. But what if you have a microphone in your hand? Uh-oh.
I thought you had other problems.
Well,
Something swollen.
Something I think is swollen.
James's lady parts are a little
Yeah.
bruised.
Sorry.
That's mostly what hurts right now.
Yeah.
My vagina.
And you were as well out at the teeth. That's
said
where
it.
you busted yourself up.
Yeah,
Right?
and I gotta say, Mark Cock and Mark Weeks did a really great job on that track. It was a lot of fun until I ate shit. But I also got to give a shout out to Mark Weeks for driving me to the hospital and sitting there for like 5 hours.
It's
waiting
always
for me.
important.
And I
Good
totally took away from his week.
What a great time.
And
Did he have like a
I
12
really
pack while
appreciate
he's waiting out there? Like, all right, good, you're safe. Can you drive me? Because I am totally wasted.
But he was texting me, and it was like, every time I go to fall asleep, somebody walks in making a bunch of noise, and I'm sitting in the room by myself about to fall asleep because there ain't nobody in there making any noise. I feel bad for him, but I really appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Was that you said that was Mark Weeks or Mark
Weeks.
Mark Weeks.
Yeah.
Because Mark Coughlin had done that.
Nah,
He was working.
He'd have done something
He did
different.
go. No,
It'd have been different. It'd have been different.
There was another
There's a
lady
little
that-
girl
yeah.
that's in the ladies'
Michael Ashley's
amateur
daughter.
class.
Avery.
Yeah, Avery. She got hurt, and he went up to the hospital to visit her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, those
That's
are great
great.
guys, and it's awesome to
Yeah.
see them. I was talking with Mark. We were talking about doing some stuff on the side, some other projects. Maybe you guys will find out about later in the year. And,
Great.
It's cool to see guys like that so active and so motivated to try to up racing. You know, he likes going to the enduros and likes a little bit more technical stuff, and wants to keep bringing that into the series that he gets involved in. So it's just cool to see him being like, I want to put on a race. What do I do? And you know, he's
Good
done
for him.
done a
That's
tour,
awesome.
A couple of TCCRAs and
That's awesome.
Gung ho.
He does the Bridgeport stuff too, doesn't he?
yeah. So he's got two properties.
That's a lot of work.
Those tracks are awesome too.
It's a lot of work.
No
Well,
doubt.
you know, I mean, if it's like any other race promoter or race series, and I'm just gonna say this, I'm not saying it against you, Mark. It's just that, you know, once you get about 6 years in the same piece of property, what are you gonna do next? You know,
A new
At that
property.
point, you would hope that that's what they would do. But, you know, I mean, like look at GNCC and a lot of those places. You know, that's a big problem there. A lot
That's
of people
true.
have issues with that because they go to the same place, they're at the same trail year in and year out. So, Mark, don't let that happen. Keep finding new places and keep making shit awesome. And then we have Sam Reynolds. So we did introduce him a little bit, but yeah, Sam, what have you been up to?
Nothing.
Which is-
Absolutely nothing. I've been
Must
drinking.
feel fantastic.
I haven't touched a motorcycle in 6 months. No, I
You look like it too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
No,
me too.
I haven't touched this last enduro. I don't know if that was Louisiana or not. I don't remember what the last enduro was. A matter of fact, it was so bad I had to have my son take my motorcycle out to blow out the carburetor. Is that bad? That's not bad, is it? So,
But the thing is what you were telling me about that situation is he did that because you knew it had been sitting, one, for so long.
Yes.
And two, it would be sitting longer.
yes, it's going to be sitting
It's
on.
not like he took it out to like warm it up for you.
Because
he took
I-
it out because you didn't want it to just sit there.
I didn't want it to just sit there. It's a great bike, and I just didn't want it to sit there.
What I don't understand is we had Beer Olympics here at the house, and there was a pit bike in the garage, and like we had friends coming over and riding it all the time, and they were like, why can't you? I mean, you consume,
Well, no, I'm
Spirits?
all about the pit bike racing.
but I mean, you
Pit bike racing is fun.
yeah.
but it's hard to start a 300 KTM 300 in the garage and pit bike that around.
With an electric start, I thought that's what made it easy.
That's
to do
true.
that
Good
kind of
point. I
stuff,
was
dude.
taking record.
Yeah. Come on, let's make more excuses.
Matter of fact, I think it was that bike. James rode it for the very first time when I first got it.
Yes, I did.
You did. I think you were the first one to really. You rode it before I did.
Yes.
I think it had 4 miles on it or something.
I think so.
From Cole.
Probably from Cole.
And then
Probably from Cole.
I put like 3 on it.
Yeah, he did.
And
So
then you rode it
Was
for a
Cole's
few.
technically one wheel because he liked to ride wheelies?
he does like to ride wheelies, and he probably did ride it for all. So it didn't. His miles didn't add up.
Well, I did want to say the fact that we don't totally have an orange bleeding
right.
panel. We have a Kawasaki. Which year are you on? We did a bike check on
13.
Yeah, 2013 in the Air Force. You were running the Air Force, but you
No,
moved out of
no
right?
Air Force.
No Air Force. You
Not
had some
exact-
issues with the Air Force.
Issues.
With the Air Force.
Not exactly the same color, but hence the Mickey.
very close to a Mickey's.
There you go.
So-
Very close. So
Yeah. So, if you
Thank
would,
you, Sam.
Zach, I saw that you just got into the chat room. Blow the shit up. We want to give away some stuff. We want people to check this out, and we want them to have a good time. So get some people in there watching the show. We want to make sure that we give away some stuff to people that really want it. We want some good answers to our questions and all that stuff. So appreciate you being here, Zach. Jumping in the chat room. Mark, you're in there too. I haven't got a single text message yet about
Right?
how much we've said about your
Where's
last
Where's
name.
Bolton?
Yeah.
Who knows?
who knows?
Yeah, I guess. Well, maybe they're together somewhere. I don't know. But so KX450.
Yes, sir.
Okay. KTM 300, but I mean, it just looks really good in my garage right now. But you're on a 150.
Uh-huh.
150 KTM.
Great bike.
Yeah.
Great bike. Great
And
bike.
those bikes, are they still made SX, XC, or
Mine's
are
an
they
SX.
SX?
Mhm.
Okay. And then James, you're the 2-stroke, but you're on like an older KX, right?
Yeah, it's 05.
He varies from bike to bike.
I have an 08 452, but it, like Sam's bike, is collecting dust in the garage.
Right.
And probably needs the carburetor cleaned.
Now that Sam has brought that up. I agree. And then,
So KTM 300.
okay, what year?
2012.
All right, yeah, I'm rocking the 2013 and probably will be into 2023.
Very nice.
I don't see any reason
Yeah,
now.
why would
Think
you
about
change?
money. It's
Why would
such
you
a great
change?
bike. It just
It's a
sings
great
out,
bike. Why would
doesn't
you
ask
change?
much of me. My wife
awesome.
doesn't. Change up. No, I'm just kidding. My wife's actually fantastic. So I don't know how many of you guys knew this. You might have seen a couple of the small posts today. I didn't want to blow it up on FaceTime, but I do have a show on the internet or Facebook. So I figured why not do it here? Today is actually my wife and I's wedding anniversary.
Oh,
Happy
So,
anniversary.
yeah, I know. So she's like, well, what are we doing? I was like, well, I'm doing a tea time episode. I don't know what you're doing.
Tuesday.
And then she was like, so you mean to get to go to sleep early? I was like, absolutely. She's like, best of both worlds. Sounds like a
very
fantastic
nice.
idea.
Very nice.
Hardcore.
So yeah, no, Liam apparently was a very, very tough 13-month-old today. And she was like putting him to bed early, and she took a nap early and just stayed asleep early. So
Very nice. Maybe
Do what you
celebrate a
gotta
little
do.
later.
yeah, she's well, we did that this weekend. We were at our buddy Jeremy's wedding.
Oh,
You know, and when you have a lot of whiskey and a lot of everything else and stuff,
things happen.
as long as she says it happened, then BAM!
It happened.
I don't have to remember it
That
as
was
long as she
perfect.
remembers it, right?
That's perfect.
Somebody's texting me telling me they want to get the 300 out of the garage. Hopefully they know who I am because it's a number I don't know. But hey, no,
They know
you
you.
can't have it.
Hi.
Absolutely not. Yeah, for sure. Apparently I know you.
Nice.
Okay, so I think at this point in time, I know that Zach is on, and Zach is one of those people that is just like, oh my gosh, I want to win some stuff. But I don't want to give him stuff I don't want to give him a chance to win stuff that he already has. So I think that, what would you think? What's a good item?
Sorry, I was.
I'm not
trying
doing
to
the
figure
fly
out
racing
your
gear.
Was Zach
iOS
the first one
7
on?
thing.
Huh?
Was Zach the first one on?
No, Mark.
No?
Oh,
Mark,
Or at least
Mark,
Mark was
Zach.
the first one to
Mark
share.
K. Mark K.
Mark is always
Mark
the
K
first
from
one
Wichita
on.
Falls. Call in whenever you're here. We'd like
He's
to
in
know how to pronounce
there. He's
your
in there
name.
That's
waiting.
Varzak.
Verzak?
Yeah,
Oh,
you need to
man,
save his number.
I need to save some money. All right, so since it was Verzak, I think that is a fantastic place to start. We're going to give away an AdvoCare starter package. It's from Cameron Verzak. He's in Texas, so obviously he's just getting started in the AdvoCare business. He's really amped up about it. We were talking with him. I was like, well, hey, dude, let's do some marketing for you. Let's help get some knowledge out there that you're selling it. So obviously he's on Facebook, and I know he's got an email, and he's going to shoot that to us so we can get that out there. So if this is for a starter packet of that. So for those of you guys who have watched, there is an episode that we did with Coach Seiji.
Should be. A
It's
couple,
called High Glycemic
too many
Index
ago.
is the name. I think is
Yeah.
it 89?
I think so.
I think it's 89. It's
Yeah.
high glycemic index is the thing. So one of the things that the number one thing that Coach Seiji has to repeat to his clients? Now, we'll give you some time on this. So the first person that comes back with the answer, we'd love to get it from you. And honestly, if we don't get it tonight, that's okay.
We'll wait.
Time. Yeah. So just that's one of the things. So we've got a couple questions too. He's got 3 things that he says, but the number one thing that he has to repeat to his clients. Any idea without cheating?
No idea.
No idea.
No idea. I just can't get Penn State out of my head.
No clue.
Is that bad? Is that bad?
Penn State.
Oh, different coach.
Oh. I'm not in the bathroom at all.
Wait, is it nutrition? No, I don't
It's
know.
Related.
high
Yeah.
glycemic index is the name of the episode. Of course, it has to do something with
Come
nutrition.
on, man.
No, that's not the answer. It has something to do with it. So yeah, go check that out. High
It's a
glycemic
hint.
index, and get back to us. You can tweet us at seattime_co and the answer, or you can hit us up in the chat room. It's talk.io/seattime. Find us there in the next hour if you're on live. Okay, cool. Again, seattime.co is the website. The cool thing is this is live right now, but you can find us on YouTube, iTunes, and Stitcher. All of those as well. If you like to watch, you like to listen, you just go on those guys and search for Seat Time. It's a great way to listen if you're at work, or watch while you're at work if you have that ability, or if you just don't care. That's fun too.
Working this late sucks.
Well, maybe they're going to watch
Or at all.
tomorrow or listen tomorrow, or, you know, I
Or at
mean,
all.
maybe in 10 years when the internet's dying and people are getting killed by Terminators, and it's like, what am I going to do while I'm waiting to pass the time? Seat time.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, I have
Fair.
options.
Sounds
Options
great.
it is, yeah. So for sure. Okay, a little bit of news. Obviously, I think very relevant is TCCRA this past weekend. We were talking about that. We had the Iowa Park track. Mark Koch put that on.
He said come.
Cook put that on, and so. Man, he is just blowing us up. What's the question? I want to win stuff. Oh my gosh, Zach.
I'm working on it, Zach.
Listen.
I'm gonna post it on Twitter.
Yeah. So, okay, you guys are telling me the tracks, the new track, all that kinds of stuff. So who won?
Caleb.
Caleb Ramsey.
Again.
Okay, yeah.
He's
so
an
he's been
animal.
on fire then,
He
right?
is relevant.
He's an animal.
But we were closer this time.
Okay.
We were closer.
Right. Who's
important.
Cameron
Who's
actually
leading?
had the best lap time. Cameron
I was
Ishmael.
gonna say the second time they lapped me, Cameron was real close to him.
Yeah, I
The
think he
first
got
time-
within 10 seconds.
Yeah, the first time Cameron was in third. Second time they lapped me, or you guys lapped me. Yeah, it looked like he was catching him, and Cameron was on the gas when he went by, like way harder than
Nice.
Caleb.
Man.
Getting used to that 250 KTM.
Yeah, so he's back on a KTM two-stroke now.
Crazy guy.
So he was on that thing, and then of course he rode it at the worst possible place for him to test ride a
Sand
two-stroke
track.
at. Yeah, sand track.
Wide open.
It's like, oh my god, I don't know what the function, I don't know how to ride this bike, it just sucks. So he
Yeah, well,
pretty much sells it.
That
and-
race, he gets on his KX, wins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't need to ride a KTM.
Oh,
But guess
I think
what?
that was a shot at
He's
KTM.
back on one. So
Well, I mean, they're
And he's
talented,
liking it.
So. Well, good. I'm glad that he's on one because they're fantastic. Well, how did you do, James?
I did 3 laps.
Oh,
Cody
well, you
did
did.
6 laps.
finishing point.
I think the better question.
I only did 4.
You don't do 4?
I crashed out too.
I know that.
Last place
Yeah.
in the pro class, buddy.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you only lapped me once.
Bad day for me.
You're one of the guys that lapped me once.
My ribs hurt too.
Okay.
He's just
Not as
he
bad.
doesn't
You're just
talk
not
about it as much
even.
as you do.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything.
I'm just kidding, but seriously. But I think one of the things though, James, is that a lot of people, they either do know, they don't know, but for those who don't know, is that you're out there a lot too with your little boy Bryson that's racing and
Which
riding
is
out there
awesome.
in the class. Yeah, so I mean,
Awesome.
you're a big supporter of that. How did he do? In his, and tell us the class too, because I honestly can't remember which one
He
he
is
is.
in the 50cc amateur class.
Okay.
In
Perfect.
first year to race. He raced Toro, got like, I think 7th overall.
Yeah.
Then I got him a KTM, and he's won every race but one in the amateur and TCCRA. So
Imagine that.
he's doing really good, and he smoked him again this weekend.
So he came off of the little 50cc
Yeah, the
Honda, right?
Honda.
It's fun to see your boys ride.
Yeah.
Good to see them.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yep, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And then, what about you? How'd you do out there?
I did not get last. I missed practice. Okay.
So-
Disclaimer.
Unless you were last.
Disclaimer.
Came out Wednesday.
I missed. Okay, I did. Yeah, but the
Came
track
out
didn't look
Wednesday.
anything like it did. The track did not look the same, and it was not wet or slick or anything like that. It was kind of nice on Wednesday. It just wasn't fully marked. So I missed practice because I had a friend's wedding to go to, and so I woke up at the butt crack of dawn on Sunday and drove out
Butt
there.
crack.
We had first race.
I woke up in a butt crack.
Nice. Sorry, did we?
Not to take it.
Had first race. I just couldn't read the track and figure out the flow, and so I didn't get last though.
Hey, sometimes not last is fantastic.
Hey, that's better than
Right, Cody?
last. Yeah, Cody.
That ain't right, is it?
Motor racing, man. You wreck. You fall.
At least I didn't
Wreck
wreck.
and fall.
Sure. I've had how many surgeries in the past 3 years now because of all this
Yeah,
One.
that's true.
fantastic sport?
One surgery.
What? Oh, sorry, my bad.
That third one, that was totally voluntary.
Oh,
That was just needed. You know what I'm saying?
and we appreciate it.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday nights now when I just run around naked.
It's a whole lot better, especially after midnight.
Yeah. Most people should come to the races because if nothing else, you get to see me do stupid shit. It's pretty much fantastic. And you, again, no racing this past weekend,
No racing this past weekend.
but Mickey's. That's like your sponsor,
Mickey's.
right? Or do you sponsor them more than
I
they sponsor
sponsor
you?
Mickey's.
Yeah.
I sponsor Mickey's and Crown Royal.
Yeah,
The Canadian whiskey.
if you will. I think the Canadian whiskey is a fantastic place to start on
The
a
Canadian whiskey is
on
a
a good-
great whiskey.
night.
That's perfect.
No specific.
Tuesdays
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, Tuesdays is awesome.
Tuesdays is awesome.
They accepting resumes. I like it.
I'll accept your resume and we'll
May
see what we
not
can do.
taste too
That'll
good.
work.
They know me.
It's funny if you look back again. This is the 100th episode. I'm going to talk about all kinds of past seat time stuff. Episode 29, making Sam Reynolds proud. For those of you who have maybe gone back that far in the archives, that episode got off the chain between Bloody and I. It's only 20 minutes long, so it's easy to do just to listen in. But that episode was completely brought to you by Mr. Sam Reynolds. He drove from his house in Fort Worth to my house in Plano and dropped off, like what?
Mickey's
A whole case of.
I think it was a case and a half. Mickey's Big Mouth. Great beer. And it's one that has the caps. So the funny thing is, you'll see
Great beer,
Brian.
you hate spending money,
You'll see
and
him. You'll see
forgetting
him looking
about
at the
life.
caps. They're not looking at the camera. They're not talking. They're looking at the caps, trying to figure out the caps. So it's pretty good.
So do you have caps on there that we can figure
No
out?
caps on this.
No.
I tried to find the Mickey's Big Mouth on the way here.
Hey man, this is McKinney. This is high class.
We need to talk about.
We
need
only
to talk
sell
about
tall
this.
boys. Big
That's
mouth,
right.
whatever you want to call it.
Tall boys. Anyway,
Oh, apparently Mark, Coach Cook,
Fuck.
thinks he should win because he put together a badass track for last weekend.
That's not a good reason.
a
That does not answer that
be a
question.
little more
Mark.
creative.
He-
A little
he-
more creative.
He blew it for me when he watered the whole first mile of
The start.
hard packed clay with water truck.
Yeah, that was pretty smart. I crashed twice
I was gonna say I
before
see.
the first mile marker.
I was just cruising. I kept up with my class from nobody was falling down the first mile.
So just for the record, we're not saying no. He just got to be a little more creative. That's the reason why.
Why do you need to?
No, he just has to answer the question correctly.
Oh, or that,
Oh yeah, yeah.
or that.
Sorry about you.
So we did get Bolt on though. Bolt
We did get Bolt on
that's
the
always
line.
fun. We know it's going to be
Yay.
interesting. I'd love to Skype him in, but honestly, I've got better people here tonight. No, Bolt on would love that guy. Making it happen.
Making it happen.
Okay, so obviously TCCR8, and it sounds like was a fantastic event this past weekend, and I would have loved to make it out there. My buddy Jerry Mahone got married. You were at a
Yep.
wedding. I was at a wedding,
Yeah.
and
It was
so
a wedding weekend, that's for
Friday
sure.
night, apparently, Scratch and I drank way too much vodka. I was like, I'm going to take it easy. I'll be able to go mountain bike ride Saturday morning, all this stuff. I was like hungover until I had to leave to go
Let's be
back.
very clear. You can still drink at night on Saturday and still race the next day.
Well, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, some
Right.
people can if you build
I mean,
up
that's
the
part of the
tolerance.
deal. It's part of having a weekend of fun.
Friday.
I did not drink at my wedding.
Friday night. Well, it's Friday night and Saturday night both.
Yeah. No, I mean, I couldn't have.
You could have. You just chose not to.
True. And I was 2.5 hours away, 3 hours away.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because my wife would have had to driven me out there, and she was totally sober. Well, she had one glass of wine because she's pregnant. So it's like,
Wait, what?
What's good for the baby?
drop the bombs!
Tamara's pregnant?
Seat time brings all kinds of information to the table.
And as soon
didn't
as he
know
finds
that.
out the father, as soon as he finds out the father,
Yeah, if you'd have come to the boat party, you'd have known.
Yeah.
Because that's where it happened. No, I'm just
Man.
kidding. It's serious.
I was somewhere. I forget where I was.
Yeah, I don't know. Just not where you should have been.
What?
Not with the drunken
Agreed.
people.
Agreed.
Oh, I was at the bridal shower for the wedding that I was at on Saturday.
It's just
For
still-
boat
Freaking
party.
weddings.
I'm just, yeah, you
You
guys
ruin
are
everything.
messing up.
you have no
Quit getting
idea.
married, people.
Hey,
kidding. I love you, my wife.
What happened with footage from the boat party? Anyways?
Love my wife.
Oh, it's still.
Yeah, I never saw
it's
anything.
it's in limbo.
Editing?
Processing.
Yeah. What is it?
Cutting room floor.
Purgatory? Is that?
I know there's got to be some good stuff on there.
We could divulge into. We could completely divert and talk about that, but I don't.
No.
That's
okay.
dangerous territory.
Okay.
The thing is so
They don't need that.
one of the things we can definitely tell you is Beer Olympics will happen again. So we will have another Beer Olympics,
All right.
and we have boat party every year to celebrate Jordan and I's birthday. It always happens late July, early August. It is open. All of Beer Olympics is free. Anybody's always welcome. We're going to probably do it again around the last Supercross. So like May 4th, I think, May 5th, whatever, this next year. And then, boat party is first come, first serve. So if you get to it and want to come, buy a ticket, and bam,
Perfect.
get on there and do it. So that's how it should happen in case you are interested. Other racing that happened this past weekend, I think, not just locally, obviously, there's all kinds of stuff. Back it up about a weekend, and we got to see Charlie Mullins wrap up the National Enduro.
Yes.
I'm
sorry? You were
Sorry.
saying.
The title,
Hold on.
the national title, he won.
Bolton distracted me in the chat
This is the
room.
man.
You just
Wow.
totally threw me
He
off.
did do something this week. What was that?
So
Let me scroll.
this past weekend was the GNCC, the car made Gusher or whatever. But the
Whoa,
thing
whoa.
is that
Hold on,
the
you're
week
an
before
ass.
that was the LA Black Hole Enduro, which he won, and then through that wrapped up the National Enduro title. So Charlie Mullins has now won 2. You guys are all on your phones. This is the worst.
No.
No, we're listening. Go ahead.
I'm social media-ing.
You social media it up. Just don't post pictures that I have on there that are dirty of me. Those are. But yeah, so now Charlie Mullins has 2 AMA #1 plates, because I don't know if anybody else realizes this. Out in Montana at the Big Sky Cross Country race, he won, and this year is the first year. It is the first ever National Amateur Off-Road Championship.
I did
So
not know that.
your son can go win an AMA #1 title.
Right
You
on.
can go out there and win an AMA #1 title.
The Big
James,
Sky.
if you get
Wait a
over
minute.
your
Can I?
I was talking.
Who the fuck am I? Wait, can I do ride?
I
You
was
need to
talking-
get into an older man class so
Oh,
your speed
yeah,
and your
right.
beer drinking keeps up with your ability to be awesome.
I'm over that.
I was talking with one of my good buddies about going to that race, and then all of a sudden I found out that my good buddy was going, and I didn't know nothing about it.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
But hey, guess who went without me?
Brian Pierce.
No.
Well, I thought it had fallen
Wow.
off the radar because of
Wow.
money. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I was like, oh, I can't afford to go, and I just didn't ever bring it up. But then,
Wow.
Obviously.
Jeez.
It's all
I-
good.
That's pretty rough.
Put $1 in the douche jar.
yeah. Every time you sell a Canadian, do it. Okay. So yeah, we'll make it happen. 2014. So check out Big Sky XC. 2014. It's gonna keep growing. It's gonna be more awesome.
One race,
Um,
one championship.
Okay, so the way it's okay, obviously you don't know much about it. That's fine. I
Way
think
to
it's
go.
a great idea for our
Inform me.
sport. So the way it is now there are going to be qualifiers, just like there are for Loretta Lynn's. So that you qualify in your age group or class level.
Where would you
however they
qualify
break down.
at?
Now this is where it gets. Believe me, I'm coming around to that. So that's the idea. You qualify for it, and you go, and then you compete in your class, and you can win your class, just like you would at Loretta Lynn's. They're kind of saying this is the Loretta Lynn's of off-road. Well, I being up there was like, this is awesome. There's not a single Texas person up here except me and James's spirit. So how do I get more Texas guys here? Like, oh, they have to go qualify, and I was like, well, where do they qualify?
Right.
And even the promoters were like,
Good question.
right. And so
That
this
one
year,
place.
you could qualify at the National Enduros that came through. But I said, well, what about next year? We don't know the schedule. How do I make that happen? So I am currently in the works of talking with Toro and TCCRA of co-sanctioning an AMA race of the 2014 pre-summer with
Right.
them, so that way they can be used as a qualifier race for Texans or Oklahomans or New Mexico, whatever
Texans.
team to come in.
Texans.
Yeah, Texans for sure. But that way, we
Tony
can get
Joyner.
more.
If you're from Oklahoma, you got to pay more.
Yeah, or Tony Joyner sponsored time.
Hold on. You told us to remind you.
Oh right, yeah.
Has
So
been
yeah,
36
I think that's
minutes.
going to be that's kind of the whole thing for me. Is I was like, well, I had a fantastic time. It was totally worth it. 2, I want more Texans there. I mean, it was just it.
I
was,
could
it
not
just
agree
sucks,
more.
Sucks that there's no representation from our state. I think our guys could have done really, really well.
Do
But
Do we stand a chance?
I think you do. And I'm not gonna lie. Now the thing
You
is,
can't win if you don't
yeah,
play.
You're a Texas, and
You can't win if you don't
You're a
play.
pro rider here in Texas, so if that qualifying race, you can't back down to like the A class to try to qualify. I mean, so yes, you will be in the pro class if you qualify. But that's
Sounds good.
it's a
You
challenge
can't win
for
if you don't throw your name in a hat.
That's
I am. So
Sounds good.
I totally got second place in the industry class.
Industry. Huh?
You know how many people there were? 3. You know how many laps I did? 1.
The third place had a mechanical.
Absolutely. You get verboffroad.com. I passed him. Verboffroad.com has the helmet cam footage that I put up. And it's hilarious. I went to the bar. Stuart Baylor. So Stuart Baylor Jr.'s father. Him and I were at the bar till 3:30 in the morning. You'd be very proud.
I would be proud
Actually,
of
we were at
that.
the bar till 1 till they closed, and then we went home with the locals because they brought us home with them to drink more. And we got back at 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, "This is Baylor. Am I still supposed to race in the morning?" He's like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay." And I got up at 8 o'clock, and I put some food in my belly, and I strapped onto a bike I had never ridden in my entire life, and did a lap. And that's all I wanted to do.
Perfect.
That's all you need.
But it's awesome.
But did you have a good weekend?
Oh, it was
Ronnie did.
fantastic. No, this year we're doing a big family trip. We drive up there, hang out, have fun, and then on the way back do some riding, Colorado or something. So.
I think
I'll follow you.
I think
Texas contingency.
James, he looked at you when he said that family weekend.
Hey, we'll
Yeah.
make Michael Ashley go so we can take him to the
I think that's a fantastic idea. What is that? Is it a
Thanks,
V8?
Michael.
Are you
Yeah.
stepping it up?
It's a V8.
Yeah, I need some water
drink
in between
V8.
all these
It's an outlaw.
awesome drinks.
It's nice.
Have a drink.
Okay,
You're talking
so
too much. Have a
that
drink.
derailment was because of the fact that Charlie Mullins won there. So he completely dominated at that race. He got the overall number 1 plate there. Obviously now he's just won the AMA number 1 plate in the National Enduro Series. So he's on a rolls, but it's kind of like Jesse Grom got his first podium at that race. It's great for him. He's been on the show. He's over in Italy right now, getting ready for the ISDE.
Sweet.
A lot of dudes doing a really good job, just stepping it up. It's really cool to see the National Enduro Series getting, more exposure. I mean, you and I are more, well, us 3 are more the enduro folk.
I love enduros. It's a great time. You get to ride with your buddies. You ride on a road with your buddies. It's a good time, and you get to see a lot of great people there. So
It's like, and yeah, totally. You can drink an entire bottle of Crown the night before and still race.
well,
Try and get on a row in front of Sam Reynolds. 'Cause when you come up to pass him, he'll drag his feet and try and kick you.
I get wide. I get wide.
I mean, he's already wide.
I get
You
wide.
don't
I'm
wanna be
telling you
wide
right now,
behind
I get
Wider.
wide, and I have no problem with
He
that.
makes sure he looks back so he knows he's going to take you out whenever you're coming up on him. So you
Look.
got to be tricky when you're coming up on this guy.
You got to do what you got to do.
Or do what I do and just fall over right when they boo over for you.
No, well, that can happen too.
But then that way he can laugh and keep going, and then we can do it all over again.
Yeah.
I took it for races, and then finally, at
James
one
got
night,
me
Did
into
you?
a tree.
I
took
gave
it.
back to him.
James
know
put
about
me in.
racing.
James put me into a tree. I didn't see. I didn't even see it coming.
I went around him, and I seen the tree up there. It was a good 50 yards up there, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna slow down and put him in this tree. So
And he did.
I
And he
started
did.
slowing down, and he was looking at me. I was looking back at him, and I kept moving over a little bit till I was real close. And the only place he had to go
Was the
that
tree. Was the tree.
And once he hit the tree, I kept going.
Hey, and all I could do was laugh because it was a good one. He got me. With my mouth open, he got me. It happened.
Hey,
That's what
I hate
you
a
did.
tree.
he put you up in the wood.
No.
Well, that's what happens.
It is, especially when you're out there with your buddies.
Yeah, but it's a
Do-
good time.
do
Enduros are a
enduro.
great time.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. We have another one coming up. And so even though Charlie Mullins did already wrap into the series, we're going to have one more. So in Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma
You and I
City.
are going to be there. It's the
Right.
October 19th and 20th. The race is on the 20th, kind of 19th is for everybody to get checked in and all that
Right,
kind of stuff.
right.
Very disappointing because Brian Story, he's at the ISDE right now racing the International 6-day Enduro.
Again.
He is an Enduro rider.
Right.
Scheduled his TCCRA race over the National Enduro in Oklahoma City.
That's unfortunate.
I had a very disgusting
It's
conversation
unfortunate.
with him.
Oklahoma
about that.
City will be a fast-paced race.
Yeah.
It's a fast-paced. There's a little bit of
They have some nice, fun technical stuff.
They have
too.
some fun
Strangely
technical
enough,
stuff.
It's actually pretty
they have
cool.
some fun technical stuff and a lot of fast-flowing stuff. If they get just a little bit of rain, it's going to be a good time. A lot of red clay up there, so don't wear your white gear. But other than that, it's a great
So what
time.
you're saying is I should not wear my good-looking gear.
do not wear your good-looking gear in Oklahoma race
Not if you like it good looking.
because it will stay burnt
It
orange.
doesn't matter if you take it and throw it in the washer when you get off your bike.
It does not matter.
Yeah?
Your gear will be ruined.
That's okay.
But it's a great race. It's a great site. You camp right on the lake, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, I like going to that race. That's the race where I had my concussion, and it's also the race where, not the same race that I overall one year,
No.
So that's pretty. So it's like one of those things.
I
Where
think
it's like,
Brian just gave himself a shout out.
yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah, boomskis. So it's like I can actually use that race to be like, man, I did really good. Oh, pinnacle, concussion, total downhill. So hey, I totally
The rise and fall.
Yeah, the rise and falls of Woody. Take that for what it's worth. So National Enduros, Oakley C. What's even more fun about that is I think Steven and I were gonna be up there doing a live seat time show on Saturday evening. Steven, unfortunately, for those of you who don't remember, is our producer. He unfortunately has family commitments. Yeah, so it happens. But we're looking for a producer to do the show Saturday night. So I think that if anybody out there absolutely is just a diehard computer nerd and knows anything about production switchers and knows what that is, we are computer nerds. There's nothing against that. Yeah, we are computer nerds, sir. So we're totally looking for somebody to run the show for us. Hit us up. It's gonna be a good time.
Great.
So Fly Racing is going to help us do the show at the Oklahoma City Enduro, and they're also a huge supporter of Seat Time. I have to talk about them for a little bit because of the fact that, one, I wear their shit. I love what they do for off-road. They have really put in a huge commitment into the off-road series. They sponsor a ton of series all over the country, and they're making great gear, not just for motocross racers, but I think for the enduro racers as well. I noticed they're partnered up with Liat, and through that partnership, Liat has hydration packs through Useway. Now, that was convoluted, but the Useway stuff is awesome. I think right now they're the best hydration pack out there. There's a little things I hope that they work out that we could get them a little bit better. But through all that, you can get the Useway packs off Fly Racing or through Fly Racing. It's got their fun little designs and they look cute and all that fun stuff. And if it's too cute for you, Sam, I understand. You're like a man's man.
I'm all about having a beer or two in a hydration pack.
Yeah, for sure. They don't say you can't do
When you hit the gas stops, you got to hydrate. It's important. So
I agree. So if you wanted to go check that out and see,
it's port water.
I would love to know more about these Useway hydration packs. Flyracing.com. You can go to Moto hydration packs, and they have all the stuff listed out there. I recommend the one that's 2.5 liters. I think anybody in the off-road industry or off-road racing, we're out there for a fair amount of time unless you're racing J-Day, which is New England, which is probably nobody listens to this show because they're too cool for this shit. You never know.
Oh, you never know.
What about you? You were saying something? Nope.
I wasn't saying
Nothing?
He didn't say a word.
I like all the seat time on Verb. I like it.
Yeah? You noticed?
It's awesome. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Andrew Campo and Megan Blackburn have been really supportive. So it's fantastic. There's a small partnership. There's no money exchanging hands. It's just I helped them out with some content, and they helped me out with trying to get the show out to more people. So it's a pretty cool partnership. So appreciate very much to verboffroad.com. Remember Fly Racing. You go check them out. Flyracing.com.
Good company doing great things.
Yeah, absolutely. And great things for our
They're
sport.
really good
I think
gear.
It's awesome. So go check them out. And at the same time, if you would like to win their set of Evolution gear that we are going to give away in what I like to call Seat Time Red. I'm pretty sure they made this gear specifically for Seat Time. Where are we going? Oh, maybe
Seat Time.
With the
I see what's
giveaway.
happening. No. It's
Are you
just
talking about them?
Yeah,
They're talking about Oklahoma.
They're just doing their thing.
Zach, Mark, and Jared are all talking about
We passed
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. We're done with that.
So
Move on.
if you want a chance to win the gear, here's your question.
Stop talking about Oklahoma.
Which racer? He is a racer.
Racer
I'll give that
guest.
to you. Which racer guest has been on Seat Time the most?
Oh, that's a good question.
And I think you can, again, tweet us at @CTime_CEO the answer, or you can get in the chat room right now and try to win.
We can eliminate Sam.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Mr.
Not
Reynolds.
me.
It's a hint.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out a hint.
So, James, you look like you're thinking about it, or
He is thinking. He's a
hydrocodone kicked
deep
in?
thought. He's a deep thought.
I'm curious.
You got nothing? Hydrocodone's kicked in, hadn't it?
No, it kicked in like 15 minutes ago.
That's why you got quiet.
He clearly stopped drinking his beer.
What beer?
This is my second one. That's my first one right there.
Yeah, and this is also
Never
her
mind.
Star
two.
Margarita. So
Straw-
please go do that. And again, if you're wondering what is this Fly Racing Evolution gear, you can go check it out at flyracing.com and check it out. It's the red gear, and I'm going to try my best to get a nice little Seat Time logo heat synced heat pressed onto that little guy for you. Heat sink or heat shrink would be something completely different, and that would probably burn the gear. We don't want to do that for you. That would be horrible.
That'd be a bad deal.
Good looking gear.
Good looking gear, good looking people, and we like good looking people. So good looking people. We could talk about the GNCC that was very much this past week.
Nice segue.
And I would love it if you, the female on the show, would tell us the name of the GNCC.
I could do the
Was
Jeopardy
the
theme song.
Carmate Gusher.
The Carmate Gusher. Who comes up with that name?
Nice.
Was the very first one.
Clearly, you've not been drinking enough.
Carmate.
Carmate Gusher. I mean, I get it. Carmate, sure. That's probably, a title sponsor or something or whatever, but it's like, who calls it the Gusher? Like,
Is it wet? We don't know.
It was wet.
I mean, if it was wet, you
So
should
many
know.
jokes.
No,
So many
you
jokes.
should know.
Are we still talking about racing?
Clearly, we got off topic. Clearly, we got
Grand
off topic.
National cross country.
Okay.
So where were we? Clearly, we were in deep thought about gushers.
Yeah, I literally, when I saw the wins at the Gusher, and I'm just like, who okayed that? Like, how do you just have to think all that stuff through in your head?
Do I
and
need
you're
a
like,
hand towel?
Apparently, there are 2 rivers surrounding the property, hence the Gusher name, because the river gushes.
Look, you're not gonna name a race Brad
Did that
Pitt
make it
because he was in
fun?
a movie
Did that
named The
make it
River
fun?
Runs Through It because there's a river next to the property. Like, that is horrible. I'm sorry. Like, if the property's used to be covered in a lake, you call it like the lake race? I mean, no, it's not anymore because if it was
not a lake.
gushed with water, it wouldn't ride there.
The Gusher.
I don't know. I just thought the name was horrible.
It is.
I mean,
agree.
horribly awesome.
Horribly.
Did we
In the
talk
sense
about
that
it,
I just
though?
want to keep
But at the end of the
talking
day, did we talk
I like
about
it.
it?
We did.
We did. We
Yeah.
talked about it.
Like
Carmate
Miley
Gusher.
Cyrus.
So
Do I
maybe
wanna
it's
go
not
next
as
year?
awful as they.
Do I want to go
we
next
talked
year and
about
see
it.
what the sweet people up in the woods look like? Sure damn do.
Probably some moist dirt.
Is Mark
Moist
Weeks in
dirt.
the chat room?
He is.
Yeah, he said something about Cecil Parker.
Oh, he just texted me and told me how awesome my hat was. I appreciate that.
No, Mark.
What is this OU
Mark,
crap?
no.
It's killing me.
We've been ignoring his hat. Don't encourage him.
And when she says we, she really means her.
And me.
Thank you.
All right, so there's
And me.
I don't
And Sam.
Apparently, we're having all
okay.
kinds of fun side conversations going on. So the Gusher this past weekend,
Yes.
was just it was gusherific.
It was gushing.
And yeah, so Caleb Russell and Charlie Mullins had again 2 GNCCs in a row that just had super epic battles back and forth. And Caleb Russell has continued to come away with the win.
That's
That's
Sorry,
tomorrow.
sorry, a little
Tomorrow.
sidebar. There was a sidebar.
We are totally going to be
It was a
sued now
sidebar.
because of you. Because everybody watches this show.
Russell's on a 5-win streak.
That is pretty intense.
5 wins.
That's
in a
5th
row.
consecutive
In
win
GNCC.
this weekend.
And
That doesn't
what's got
happen
to be
often.
interesting is
How
the
often
fact
does it
that
happen?
Mullins was
Don't quiz
so
us.
dominant. He was so dominant at the beginning,
was.
and now
He was.
Russell is. And one of the things,
Got us together.
Jason Jason Wygant did his little interview with Charlie Mullins after he won the National Enduro title
Right.
about how oh my gosh, you guys are going back and forth all this stuff, and he's like, so what have you done different, or what is he doing different? He's like, I have no damn clue, but believe me, I'm trying to figure that out. Like,
Oh, well, that's neat.
yeah, it's like
It's very candid.
yeah, he's like, I don't know.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out.
It's like so. It's interesting because he has complete awareness of the fact that he had control in the beginning, or Mullins did. Mullins had control, and now he knows that he's like just that hair bit, behind
Russell's
Russell,
got
so-
that raw speed. He's fast, man.
You think?
I think so.
You think?
Mullins got the experience.
Hang on, let me ask you
of
something.
Russell's
I think
Wait.
at that stage of the game, it's a head game.
Is it?
might
Maybe
be
he's just in his head.
3 hours.
It's just a head game. And look, both boys are fast, right?
Right.
Both boys are fast, both talented, without a doubt. Both will win a lot more races. It's a head game. The head game. Maybe he's in his head.
5 in a row.
But Mullins
Head
too.
game.
Like the past couple ones, Mullins has come out in front of Russell. Russell hasn't had the greatest start, and he's just like he just knows I have to be in front before the end of the second lap. Have to, and he does it. And once he does that, there's no passing.
gas.
He just
Yeah. They
so
both
I don't
have a
know if
lot.
that is like at that point like and because Strang did comment as well this past weekend. He didn't have he definitely didn't have the race he wanted, but he said he's like I didn't get a good start. I didn't get a good couple first laps. And he's like I then got into my pace. If you look at my lap times, they were the same. They were with the top guys. But the problem was is that he was so far behind. Having the same lap times at that point doesn't help any.
You're getting behind.
So it's weird because Jeff Emig, you listen to him at the motocross nationals, all that shit. He's like, gotta get the start, gotta get the start, gotta get the start.
all
And you're
that
like,
This is
stuff.
I don't want to hear that anymore. Emig, come up with some other, but it sucks because it's unfortunately, I guess, true. I mean, I'm not a top racer. I'm a
It is.
mediocre fun guy, but
You just don't want to hear it every time.
I hate to throw
It's
some
old.
enduro terminology out there.
Bring it.
But I just went up.
if
a
you bring
minute.
up ICO
just
racing,
went up-
I'm gonna punch
I
you.
just went up a minute on you boys. I hate to throw some enduro terminology out there, but I'm going to do it.
I think
Because I'll never be able to say
already
that.
a minute up on
Well, the hydrocodone, that's cheating. That's kind of course.
Doesn't count.
That's kind of course.
Doesn't count.
That's just, he's just bringing it the whole other
I
level.
mean, he had no other choice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I just went up a minute on you boys.
Sam's trying to win.
I'm a
So
winner.
I just think it's interesting that the way that they talk about it, and we haven't really heard. I want to have Russell on the show again because I love talking with him because he's very honest. He's very candid in that sense. And so I want to kind of hear his thought process on all this. Bam! He's the other junior trophy.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
know. I already got
Oh,
it.
you got it in there?
Who's all in there?
Nope.
Ah!
That is coming up.
Okay.
Wait your turn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But there's reasons
Tiffany?
why you can't talk. We can't talk about it.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
And
So
so
down. So it's
Next
okay.
time I won't be so nice.
And then we got Thad Duvaldo coming in third. I think it's cool because Thad has been
Bad
Bad.
You don't
He's bad.
see
Thaddy.
a bunch of bad Thad though anymore. Like the bad Thad that everybody was like
At the beginning.
race it till you wreck it kind of thing. I mean, he's
It's not about that. It's off-road, man.
Can't win if you wreck.
well. I think he finally
Around the
realized
ground.
that when he was looking for a team or a job. Oops. Yeah, and so he's kind of put it into a place where he's a perspective, if you
Very
will.
nice.
Very big word.
It was a big
Had to
word.
figure it out, but they're doing great.
Perspective.
Yeah,
3 syllables.
this is a lot
That's a lot.
for a Tuesday night.
That's how you do it. Go ahead.
That's how you count them out.
That's how you count 'em out.
If you can't win,
You can't win if you wreck. Words of wisdom.
I think what I said is way better. You can't win it if you wreck it.
I think maybe so.
How many times has Russell wrecked in the last 5 GNCCs?
Probably
We
not
should ask him.
too many
You
times.
think so?
All right, so there
I
it
think
is.
he's
There,
right.
there's a fun question. I'll give away a seat time koozie if somebody can give me an honest answer because 0 doesn't count.
Who's gonna know?
But what if the answer is 0?
Bolton might know.
I don't know. Maybe,
0 may count.
maybe somebody else will just tweet me and be like, Brian, I want a seat time koozie, and be like, okay.
Fair enough.
An educated
So-
guess.
At seat time
In
_CEO.
15 hours of
Yeah.
racing. 15 hours.
We'd like to know. Yeah, for
Has he
sure.
wrecked once?
5
That's a lot
races.
of hours.
That's a lot.
3
That's a lot of
hours.
I would
race.
wreck.
That's a lot of hours not going.
I would have so many surgeries by
I
this.
started to say that's a lot of hours not going down, but
I don't know if you're racing Mark Cox's race because he's gonna water up the front end for you. No.
Put a tree right in your path. To your ribs.
Somebody apparently already knows Bryson Weeks is up in there.
Isn't that a little kid?
That's not Bryson, is it?
No.
Oh my God!
it's not the Bryson.
7-year-old watching the show right now.
James.
Whoop.
James is gonna text
His ass better be getting ready for
Leslie.
bed right now.
He's asleep, right? So that'll be interesting. Okay, so and then of course we had the XE2. Andrew DeLong getting another win. Fantastic. That dude is just railing.
Awesome.
Jason.
Oh, what did you say?
Hello.
Is that number 7?
How does it smell? That's a good question. Does it smell washed?
Are you smelling? That was the armpit. You smelling the armpit right
Yeah, did y'all ever see that Saturday Night Live
Yep.
episode?
Yes.
Superstar.
Very nice. There you go. Side view.
there?
It makes you look skinnier when you do that.
It does. It
Yeah,
does, doesn't
sure,
it?
absolutely. And then Jason Thomas and Grills.
Grills. Something with an S. Scott?
Sam,
No.
Samantha,
Come on, guys.
Yes.
I had it.
Scott
Yeah,
Grills.
there's a girl.
Scott.
Grills.
Yes.
Man,
Yeah.
but
I
he
like
so
Samantha.
Grills is
Samantha
doing-
was favored.
Samantha was definitely my favorite. I think I'm gonna call him that from now on, not because he's a girl, but because I called him that. And shut up, Bolt On, Scotty Grills, whatever. Don't get serious with me. But yeah, no, he's actually done really good. So we got the very, very consistent in the past 2, and he kind of came out of nowhere in the sense of being on the podium. He hadn't been on the podium before, so it's cool to see him coming up and doing that. I think he's in Ohio.
Yep.
Ohio native.
A lot of good riders there.
It seems like it.
It's good country to ride.
Mullins is from Ohio.
It's good country to ride.
Second straight podium.
Second straight podium. I like it that you have facts. I've been working.
I did my
way,
homework.
Way too much.
Hey, I gotta
to
tell
have
you,
any kind of good stuff.
I don't. I haven't been keeping up to date on the GNCC stuff, but if you watch on TV, I got my recorder set to record Racer TV.
Yeah.
And I watched the playbacks of those, and I've been watching the four-wheeler stuff too. And Chris Borich, he clinched his 5th straight title at that race. Fifth straight pro title at
ATV.
Yeah.
Right, four-wheelers. Yeah, that's gay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Thanks, James.
I'm sorry.
that's
Hey,
four
It's the
wheelers.
hydrocodo talking. It's the hydrocodo
watch
talking.
those
I gotta leave.
replays of those.
Sorry.
Those,
Yeah,
those,
oh my
guys,
God.
those guys are flying through the trees on the four-wheeler.
Oh no, I'm not gonna take anything away
He
from
watches
that
it in
because
slow motion too.
that kind of racing is like that. No, there ain't no way. That's pretty intense stuff. So for sure,
For somebody, for
yeah.
sure.
people that do that, I was thinking, man, what is this?
No.
I can totally make it through 2-hour-long shows, drinking a bunch of beer, and not having to pee. And Cody Beck has to get up and just.
He's
He
young.
went right before we
He's
started.
young.
Yeah, he did.
He's
see
young.
right before we started.
Do you think he's nervous?
I don't know.
It could be nerves. It could be
I know
nerves.
you were nervous. How many times have you peed?
Twice already.
I mean,
you
I
didn't,
went
You didn't
though.
even stand up.
I went.
Hey, look at the size of her drink.
That's
though.
true.
I mean, come on.
I gotta drive.
She's just being serious. You know we have a guest bedroom.
Somebody
right?
has to get Cody home.
It's true. Yeah, you don't want a guest bedroom.
Brittany
with
wants Cody
That could be
home.
awkward. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. With the Gusher, besides the fact that the name is very awkward, and just CarMate.
Rename
it's like,
it.
I mean, I get it. Sometimes you just need to get a title sponsor, but CarMate, it's like
CarMate.
that. What are they gonna sell? Cars?
Carmex?
Mine.
What?
CarMate.
CarMate.
No,
That's
Carmate.
I
Carmate.
don't know. Let's Google it.
Anybody? Bolt-On, do you know what CarMate is?
We giving away anything?
What do you want to give away?
We still didn't get a right
Custom
answer
cargo
on.
trailers. Okay. Custom cargo trailers.
Okay.
Sure. That's
That
totally
makes sense.
raceable. I'm okay with that.
What about the
Um,
DeLong jersey? What are we going to do with that?
We're gonna give it away.
How?
Well,
We got a
Andrew
question.
DeLong did just win the Gusher XC2 class,
Okay.
so I think that is a fantastic time
Fantastic.
to give away the Andrew DeLong signed Fly Racing jersey.
Well, very nice.
So here's the question.
Good time.
Those of you that would like to try to win Andrew DeLong's signed jersey, what you should do is you should tweet us, or if you come into the chat room and say the answers before, that's fine too.
Fair enough.
What we want you to do is at @seattime_co on Twitter or in the chat room, which is tlk.io/seattime.
Be specific.
We want you to give us the names of the riders that are on the Junior Trophy ISDE team for Team USA.
Are board members eligible?
I know this.
Are board members eligible?
Once we get the answer, we could talk about it.
Yeah. So you're saying no?
No.
Said it.
You're saying no.
Not fair.
It's not fair.
What's the prize?
Have you smelled that?
This right.
No.
It's awesome.
Is it straight out of the?
No, it's good.
No, I mean, but is it straight out of
That's
the?
right.
Trailer.
Is there man on them? Like that? Is,
Andrew, is there
oh,
man
that's-
on
come
them?
on, he washed it.
Did you smell the lower part?
Woo! No, you only washed the top part
Oh,
somehow.
that's what I'm talking about.
Good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here, take your shirt off and wear this one.
No.
It's funny because she thought about it.
It's funny. I waited for the answer.
Can you rub his fast on me?
That was funny. I
The
can
good
go.
part was I got to see the look, like she processed it.
I had to figure out what you were
You're
saying.
all like your color's same
All
color
right,
as
we
your
didn't get a tweet, and so we're gonna give it to Zach Huberty for sure because he got it. Andrew DeLong, Brom, Baylor, and
Good
Russell.
job, Zach.
You know Huberty's gonna.
Takes
Oh,
a
of course,
quick
that's
Google.
okay. Hey.
Grant
yes, and
Baylor.
obviously Grant Baylor to be specific because
Way to
Justin
go,
Rose
Zach.
is the- or I'm sorry, Caleb Russell is the fill-in for Grant Baylor's brother, Stuart Baylor Jr. I don't know why they even put him in the running for that, knowing that there was no way he was going to make that race with the wrist injury he had.
Started racing though.
Oh well, come on.
has.
I mean, there's. Oh.
Never know. People are.
Recovery.
Yeah.
No, come on. You're not gonna come back for your first race and it'd be 6 days of that, all that shit.
Change your bibs.
No, he
Change your
didn't.
bibs suck.
I
Rear
can't-
bibs.
I can't do it in 2 minutes.
I can't do it.
I really wish I could.
Shit, I can't do it in 2 minutes and 3 tires.
Bolt on.
man,
I don't
Bolt-on
see
did
your
technically
answer
get it
anywhere.
first.
Where?
Bolt-on did technically get it first.
Oh, he put it at the bottom of
Man,
everything.
maybe
We didn't even
okay,
notice
here we
it.
go, here we
Clearly,
go.
he has a
Bolt
faster
on,
internet
Bolt
connection.
on rambles, so it's hard to see what he's
Yeah, I know,
really
he's
saying.
He's got a better
I don't
internet
pay attention
connection.
to a lot of shit he says because it's mostly just crap. I mean, and I get that. I'm fine with crap.
Nothing wrong with that.
But, so here's the way that I think we should figure it out is we could get them both because I hear is that we could talk them both into coming to the Oklahoma Enduro.
Oh, very nice.
We could have
Only if you'll pay for Bolt-On to get there.
Dude, that sucks. I can't do it.
well,
I think she just called Bolt-On cheap.
we should maybe find a way to have them arm wrestle at the live Seat Time episode
Yes.
for the jersey.
That's a good
Please.
deal. I'm all right.
like
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Whoever shows up gets it. How about that?
Oh, yeah. How much is it worth, Bolt-On? How much is it worth?
Is it a
You
fair
should do
fight?
like
Is it fair?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It does matter.
They're probably about
One's a
even.
300-pound dude and one's a
No,
150-pound
they're
dude.
probably about
A
even.
mud wrestling tournament between the two of them.
If they show up,
They
I'm
would.
in. I just don't have enough.
I bet they
Clearly,
I mean,
James has had too much hydrocodone.
Come on,
One
man.
Mud
He
wrestling
wants to
with
see
two
mud
dudes.
wrestling with a 300-pound dude.
Speedos.
If you want to see mud wrestling with two dudes, we already know it's wrong. If we add in big dudes,
But I wouldn't argue. We'd probably watch.
They would.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd totally
Probably watch that.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Bolt-On shoulder's gonna dislocate, but hey, that's more entertainment. In
That
reality,
is more entertainment.
Look at James; he's got a broken rib and a swollen.
He says he has a
Oh,
broken
okay.
rib.
stuff.
We know he has
Vagina,
a swollen
vagina, vagina.
vagina.
It's swollen.
It hurts.
I so always try to keep it legit, and you know what? In reality, it always falls apart.
No, it's
Not
all about
because of
having a good
y'all.
time.
Not
Because your
because of
body.
me, just because of what it is. Yeah. Thanks for calling me out, jerk face.
Boot camp.
So, okay, one of the things I definitely want to talk about, and we've talked a lot about people giving away stuff and all that kinds of but the thing is it's not just about giving away things, it's about supporting the scene. And so we talked about Fly Racing, how much they support off-road and kind of all the riders that are out there. Another great company that supports Seat Time, and that I hope that you would go check out when you would like to purchase some new graphics for your bike or some stickers or anything like that. They print up anything. They will even do the artwork for you. I don't think a lot of people understand that you can call them. They can do custom artwork and all that kinds of fun stuff. It's Powersport Graphics. And we actually have a discount code that will save you 10% on any order that you make. You can call them and you can do any kind of custom order, or you can order off their website and use the discount code SEATTIME. So just SEATTIME.
I've used Powersport.
Huh?
I've used Powersport. They're
Yeah.
good.
And
Good
you did
stuff.
not use the Seat Time discount code, did you?
I did not.
Jerk.
Oh,
Hey, we
face.
got a right answer.
Soon.
We got a right answer for the guest who's been on the most times from Nick Williams.
Nick Williams.
Do we know Nick Williams?
I don't know Nick Williams.
He's got an egg for a face on Twitter. So,
All right, but he tweeted us.
but he did tweet us,
And
and
what was
the
the winner?
correct
What was the right name?
answer was Brad Bakken
Brad
with
Bakken.
4
Yes.
visits to
Strangely
Seat Time.
enough,
Wow.
it
Barely
took
beat
her
you,
and I
Brad.
a while to figure this out that Brad Bakken has been on the show more than Kurt Caselli.
No shit.
That in itself just blows my mind.
Yeah,
Poor
one
Kurt.
time.
But still, he's
Caselli
done,
had
yeah.
3, and Taylor Robert
know.
and Cody Webb
Yep.
were all tied for second.
And so, so that's awesome, dude. Okay, here's the way. I hope that you're still watching. What we would love you to do is either direct message us on Twitter or please send us a message on Facebook, and that way we can
Get your info.
Yeah, get your info.
What if they just want to write a letter and send it to your address?
I mean, we don't want to put all that out there.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Well, I've done
Sam, give them your address and we'll get the letter from you.
that. James, where you live?
Exactly. Dude, really appreciate it, man. I'm glad you're listening. Brad Bakken is the correct answer.
Congratulations.
It's an awesome dude, so really appreciate it. What were we talking about?
James's address.
James'
Oh, hey,
address.
hey,
He lives...
Let me give you my phone number. You can just call me directly.
Yeah.
Let me find
999.
Let me find Cameron Verzek's number.
Yeah. So Powersport Graphics, ridepg.com is where you can find them. Again, the discount code is SEATTIME. Save you
Right.
10% off of anything that you order. If you guys order, things will go better. We can get a better discount. I just heard that Jared Bolton got a promotion.
Seat time.
Free
Seat time
stuff.
here.
And
Pint
it's
glasses.
going to be...
Always show the label.
I try
always
to.
show the label.
Well, get that out of here. That's not seat time.
Well, it's not seat time, but it's good.
You might be having a
That is
better
good.
time on Seat Time because of it.
I like
Just
seat
saying.
time.
So, go check them out. What I think is kind of cool, too, is they have a ready-to-ship option. A lot of people are like, I don't want to get custom graphics, but they want graphics that look custom. Well, RidePG has a bunch of stuff that you can go order on their website and use the ready-to-ship option, and that it kind of cuts out all the customability. You can still put some logos on there, but they're going to be logos that they have in stock. So you can kind of pick and choose those. and go, bam, use the ready to ship option. It saves you 40% off of the listed price.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
But again, if you want to do custom, you want to change it up, add some other logos that they don't have, you can use discount code SeatTime, and it saves you, more than you would pay retail. So Jamie Akins
By about
just saved
40%.
himself. Yeah, Jamie Akins just saved himself some money using that.
Way to go.
Getting some stuff. So
An animal.
ridepg.com. Go check them out. We really appreciated them supporting SeatTime. That was like word vomit. It was like
You got it out, though.
I did.
You did get
But
it out.
still, we do actually have as well a nice little fun giveaway for Ride PG.
Do we?
We would like to give out a numbers kit. I don't even
I'll
know
take it.
the official
like it.
way.
I got it. Give
I
it
don't
to
even
me.
know the
Come on,
official
number two.
way to.
Thanks.
You need to talk to the mic.
Name
I don't
plates.
even know the talk.
Or number plates.
The official way to say it. But yeah, for your number,
number
plate. So
plate.
it's like, when you win overall B in Toro in 1 year, maybe like I did back in the day, and you're like, oh my God, I get my first
I think Ryan just gave himself another shout out. Did you hear that? I don't know if
Ever.
somebody caught that.
My
That was his
first
second shout out. Brian gave
ever
himself.
custom graphics in my life.
That's 2 shout outs for Brian.
It wasn't until
By
I was
Ryan.
like 29 that I ever got any custom graphics for my bike.
I'm just
And
saying.
it was when I won the
Double
overall
shout
B in
out.
Toro. So
On a Yamaha.
it's funny that you know that.
Wow, that. Are you a stalker?
WR.
Are you a stalker?
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
stalker, aren't you?
James knows
But
too.
it was a W. I was on a
WR.
290.
Headlight.
I was 290 big board.
Y'all ever see something about Married where they were all stalking? Y'all both were stalking Brian on this.
There's nothing wrong with that.
1B.
Brian, you
You
got
pay
stalker.
attention when it's
Yeah.
got a 1 on its
Yeah, you
bike.
pay attention when it's got a 1 on it. So what I'm saying is what's cool about this is guys like me who have been riding since they were 5.
It's like, wow. That
You know,
guy
I just
must be a
started last
fast
year.
Intermediate.
B rider. No, it's not about the number. It's not about the letter. What it is like a guy like myself. I've been riding since I was 5 years old at that point in time, and I never in my life got anything custom, like any graphics, any numbers, any of that shit. It was just
You have dad
my
issues.
dad and I.
You have dad issues, don't you?
My dad and I
It's okay.
just got duct tape
It's
because
alright.
we raced enduros our whole life and just put a duct tape
Oh,
on
I've
there.
used a
and
lot of
bam,
duct
that was
tape.
our shit. So it was like
My
this
dad
was
loves
like the
me.
coolest stuff.
My
So-
dad
My dad loves me.
He didn't. He bought me.
He bought me shit.
He bought
Fly-
my brother
fly
a 1B
racing
and
shit,
bought me
fly
a
racing
1A,
shit.
and
Your brother won the 1B and you won the 1A. They should have
It
given
was,
you
it
this.
was awesome.
They didn't buy those.
First off, your mom and dad are pretty good people.
Yeah.
I talked to them at the Toro races. They're pretty good people.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't want to give these away. You're right. Let's not talk about it.
All right.
Okay, so
You do have dad issues.
right, so I have dad issues, and I wanted to
Cut
give
the mic.
everybody out there with
Cut the
dad
mic.
issues. Everybody with dad issues out there that would love to have custom number plates for whatever number you want to run. You could run 1B, 1A, 14C, 14X, like Jeremiah Scratchstone did over and over and over again, as many times as he wanted to write it. You can do that. And so here is the question, and this is actually a really good race question. This has absolutely nothing to do with seat time, but has everything to do with off-road racing. So here's the question. Which GNCC event in the year of 2009, so very specific, did Powersport Graphic Riders sweep the entire XC1 and XC2 podium?
What a great question.
Right?
I
So
have no clue.
thank you, Jared Bolton, for that question. Because Jared Bolton, again, like I said, he's the new kind of rep there. So
Sure.
if anybody wants to blow some air up his skirt, he might help you out a little bit. But he came up with that question, and I was like, that's a fantastic question. So remember, tweet us at CTime_CEO the answer for that. Which event that was? Which GNCC event in 2009 where they Powersport Graphics Riders swept the entire XC1 and XC2 podium?
Bolton, you don't get to answer this one.
No, he knows that. We definitely already had that discussion. And just please don't put up.
Don't put it in the chat room.
Yeah, that would be dumb.
Cheater.
All right, so last kind of thing on the notes as we go into our 11 minutes over our hour is the ISDE. So the one person here, two, that don't know very little.
Don't
That
know
very little.
Don't know very little.
About enduros in general.
Welcome to the minute.
What do you know about the ISDE?
You're behind, right?
I know that I'm pumped that we got Brian Story and the O'Leary brothers
Very nice. Good for you.
representing for Texas.
Who else
Yeah.
do we
Okay,
have?
so you keep up with Facebook.
Yeah.
Go on.
And we got a great world team. We got a lot of good people. Caselli, Mullins, Thad Duvall, Osborne, Roberts, and Mike Brown. All on the team.
Did Ian Blythe? Did he
He's
join?
on a club team.
He club team.
Club team.
Club
Yep.
teamed it.
We got a great group.
I'm sorry, we
great
got what?
group. Great group.
Great
group.
group.
Of
Great
riders.
group.
Probably one of the best group.
We got a good group, no doubt.
Well, that goes without saying.
Hopefully, we stand a good chance.
I think this year we stand a fantastic chance. Again, I refer to the
Last
Jason
year.
Wygant article with Charlie Mullins because thank you. All right,
Rock
I just
on.
want to give that a really good shout out to don't put music on a website on the internet. Nobody wants that to happen ever.
Who says that wasn't my
Way to
ringtone?
go.
Yeah. Well, I don't care. You may enjoy it, but I don't want it to pop
That
up
could've
when I
been
just
my
go to a
ringtone.
website. Retarded. Very, very cool fact that Charlie Mullins is very excited to have. I don't think that he was blowing air at people's skirt. I really do think that he's an honest. He's an honest guy. He will give honest answers. He's not going to say things that he doesn't think are true. And he was saying, he's like, you know what? He's like, personally, I want to walk away with a top 10. If I get top 5, I'm going to be elated.
Great.
And as a team, he's like, I think we can podium. Now, if
Great.
you've kind of watched him the past couple of years with Auntie coming in, he's been the team manager. He's the off-road team manager for KTM, and he's kind of taken over the reins there with AMA and the ISDE teams. Just put in a ton of work to start to build up a good rider base, guys that he knows are going to be in for the long haul, meaning a couple years, and really start to. Sorry, James has to disappear to go open a beer for our producer.
Go take
'Cause he's over there like trying not to make noise. It's okay, dude. It's cool. We need to go. We need like a cam. We need a Steve cam.
Is that gluten free?
Yeah.
Not for him.
I sure as hell hope
Only for Brian.
My
and my
ribs hurt.
girlfriend.
I can't open my
not
beer.
like that. Thank you.
Okay, so for those still in the chat room, not Pitton and not Tennessee. But yeah, no. So
Or Florida.
and I totally agree. And I think the junior trophy team honestly probably stands a better chance at a better podium placement than the big boys. Just because of the fact that France is still extremely dominant. Australia did really good last year. Italy did really good. Italy's home country. They're going to come in with like guns blazing. It looks like from some of the track walks that we've seen from the guys that it's not completely what they thought it would be. I think more rocks in some of the sections than people thought it was going to be. So, I don't know. I think the riders we have are awesome. I mean, the riders on the trophy team and the junior trophy team, they're fantastic riders. There really are not too many better riders you could have out there. But this could be tough, man. It's going to be tough.
So what are you trying to say?
It's going to be fun.
I don't think we're going to win.
Hey,
If
anything
we
could
podium,
happen.
That's great.
Just saying your
Is that
suspension's going to be
Is that
good.
another $1 in the douchebag?
He's getting some cash. Yeah.
That's okay. I would much rather be called out as the guy that was like, "Hi, dummy," or in this case, douche. They won. You said they wouldn't. I don't know. Like I think even though France, 2 of their guys are kind of they're not on the same level they were last year. They're still, but they're so dominant, and this is what they race. All 6 of their riders race this style of racing day in and day out professionally. Same thing with all the European racers. Now, and I think that's why we can go over every year and do so good. We can top 5 it as a trophy team all the time. But the fact that a lot of these riders don't have this full bore sprint mentality and memorization of these tests.
Do you race to be top 5?
I don't ever race to be top 5.
You race to be
Race to win.
No,
You race to
well,
win.
because if I go to a race with you, I just
Drink.
there's no real racing.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're showing
Wait a
up and
minute.
starting the
It's
race.
a personal thing.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the last race that me and Brian went to together, we were racing against each other because every time we were at a checkpoint, we were like, "What was your time on that card? What was your time?" You know, it's like, "Oh, you beat me by 3 seconds."
Yeah. And James, I like racing with James. Like I like it when we can race because he's a very, very good competitor. And unfortunately for him, unfortunately for him, I don't know. So at the time this year, I'm still technically a AA rider, which is
You are.
balls stupid.
You are.
Technically.
But yeah, that is completely like a numbers game at this point. But And James is definitely an A rider that I think should be considered for me moving to the AA class. And so we're going over there. Like,
I'll take care of that.
It's fun.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah. So okay. I want to. I mean, we've talked about it, dude. ISDE opinions. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, we've got all these guys. We've got pictures all over the place. People are there. They're in Italy. They're showing us track walks. Like, what are your opinions on this kind of stuff?
Who do you think the strongest rider will be? USA team.
USA team. I do. I think Zach
Rocks.
Osborne is gonna blow people away.
Dude, but it's rocks.
But I look at what Zach. Okay, so
He's a bad
look at
mother.
what Zach Osborne has been able to do going into the GNCC races. He's done off-road races before, but he's never really competed in a while at that level. He just kind of comes in, gets on his practice bike, and races. And so I don't know what the kind of support that he has had. I mean, we had him on the show, and he said this, that, the other. So I don't know exactly like how much support, but
I don't know, man. I think Taylor Roberts.
believe me, I'm a Kurt
Roberts.
Caselli like.
I know.
Rubbing,
We all
rubbing
know.
the chest, man.
Caselli's
kind of
awesome.
thing, but
Roberts has got some skill, man. You watch him in Endurocross.
It's just Robert.
That dude has got.
it's just Robert.
My
There's
bad.
no
Taylor Robert.
Yeah.
He's got
Don't
two
worry,
first
I
names.
screw it up
He's got two
every
first
episode.
It's okay.
Every
It's
episode.
not a normal last name. Stop it, James. Anyway, that dude's awesome. He's got some amazing balance. You watch him in
He was the
Endurocross,
top American last year.
I think he's the guy.
Yeah, no, we've got.
Oh,
Any comments?
I'll be right back.
My God,
Man.
you guys not have a bladder?
What the heck?
Mickey's.
We went over our time.
You can only hold it for an hour?
We went over on time.
This is seat time. There is no time. Mark
How did he
Koch.
cook?
Gosh.
Cook.
Koch.
Mark
That's
Cook.
right. That's how it's spelled.
It's Cook,
It's
right?
cook.
That's not what I said.
It's not spelled that way. Cook is
Can we respell his name? 'Cause I
C-O-O-K.
think that's going to be way more awesome.
Well, he doesn't need graphics. He makes his own.
Well, I mean, come on. Let's just call him out.
I mean,
But he got it
Come
right.
on,
I
be
don't know
real.
what that gets him. I mean,
you can
does
get
he
some graphics.
Does he get the high
Or
five
you
and
could
stuff?
give them away as a gift.
Yeah, hey, good guess, Mark.
Sponsor
Good
me, Mark.
guess.
The one thing I know, Mark, really appreciate the fact that you have completely.
I keep
been
saying your
reading
name
through
right.
Every single GNCC out there until somebody got it right. But
You cheater.
so.
Who's J-Bone?
Oh! Maybe. Did you see Verzak say that?
Snowshoe.
He said West Virginia,
Epic.
but I'm looking for snowshoe.
Yeah,
I hated that
I'm not
race.
gonna lie. I was definitely look at Bryson Weeks. He's like, damn you, cock.
Excuse me. So clearly I missed something while I was gone. What happened?
Oh no! So we had somebody win.
So then it's
very nice.
Verzak.
I'm gonna drink
What?
Virginia?
What did he win?
Can we get
The Ride PG number plate.
Can we have another arm wrestle? Because these guys are local.
I want
Yeah,
arm
these
wrestle.
guys could arm
Wait,
wrestle.
wait,
All right,
wait.
so here's what we're
You want to
gonna
arm
do.
wrestle?
We're gonna get
Mark
Mark
and
Mark
Cook, and we're gonna
Cameron.
get Cameron Verzak, and they're gonna arm wrestle. I
got $10 on cock.
On your
totally
own?
Hey, James has sold me that so many nights. I have no idea. You have no clue.
Here's the deal. I'm not gonna say next week because
I always hold out for
I want
20,
you
huh?
guys to have 2 weeks to plan it out. 2 weeks.
At Poolville.
We're gonna bring Cock and Verzak together.
Poolville,
We'll be at Poolville.
TCCRA.
All right, at Poolville, James, only James is the referee. I should probably put Tiffany in charge. Tiffany
Duh.
is gonna referee this arm wrestling match. If I can't make it, if I can make it, I'm gonna be there. But if I can't, we're gonna arm wrestle for the Power Sport Graphics numbers.
Mark,
fair.
it says Bryson, not Mark. So don't get mad at us.
Oh, it totally says Bryson Weeks.
And we keep saying Bryson,
Yeah.
and he's like, it's Mark. We're not that drunk.
Well, you're not.
With your V8 juice.
Yeah, you're
It's not
right.
V8.
Fuck V8.
Mark Weeks.
Rita.
That dude's awesome.
It is, I gotta be honest with you. It is cute. It is cute.
Thank you.
Strawberry Rita.
Tight.
Dude, do you have another one of those? He could totally shotgun that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Come on, James.
When we end the show.
Hey, tequila. Let's do a tequila shot at the end of the show. It's a whole episode.
No.
Who's got tequila?
You don't get tequila?
No.
Come on, Brian.
I'm not Brian Story where I like stockpile that
Right.
shit. I drink it
Brian-
when I have it, and then I go buy
Well, I drink it too.
That blue stuff that's illegal.
There was a bottle of cranberry.
Absinthe. That's what I'm thinking
here's
of.
the deal.
Have you ever had absinthe?
Hey,
shit's crazy.
that's
If anybody has any absinthe,
No one
come to
wants
Texas.
that.
She looks like she wants to take her shirt
No.
off.
no, I gotta tell you, that stuff is crazy.
It's terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
But
It's good shit.
Totally, yeah.
Well, we gotta do a shot at the end of the show. Is that fair?
Of what?
Well, we'll figure that out.
Mark Weeks has Twitter.
Beer?
No, not beer.
Here's
He's
a
a
fun
monkey.
one.
And that's what he sounds after midnight, guys.
I have a good one.
I'm just
Bolt
saying.
on. Bolt on. That's good. Okay.
Bolt
If
on.
anybody can tell me who the Purple Drank, and it's DRANK episode of Seat Time was for, which rider, I will mail
Purple
them
Drank.
a set of. I will. Shut up.
You'll do what?
I will
My
mail
turn.
them
You're
a
gonna do what?
set of Seat Time koozies. Remember, it's at SeatTime_CO is the Twitter handle that you send it to, or into the chat room.
What's the question?
You had 3-6 Mafia.
Okay, he says, how about
Who's the
Purple
purple
Drink?
people eating?
Right.
But he doesn't realize
You
that
had an
Bloody and I
episode.
had an episode. It was a Purple Drink episode, and it was for
I vaguely remember.
a certain rider. And I want.
You want to know
the
who that
answer.
rider
Not me.
is?
No, I know who it is.
No, I'm sorry, but
But that's
yes.
the answer I want
Yes,
is who that
who
rider,
that rider was.
who that episode was for. So when that comes
That's a
through,
good question.
I'm going to give
Who-
away.
who
a
made the
set-
question?
That was Bolt On. Well, he was. Well,
No,
no,
Bolt On.
Bolt On's just being stupid. But
got it.
reminded me of something that's a very good question about.
That
seat
is a
time,
very
so
good question.
I'd love to do that. Okay, so back to ISDE. So I don't know how much you guys have paid attention to this kind of stuff. Have you guys heard anything about Italy? Like what people are saying it's supposed to be like?
It's rocky.
We've seen pictures and stuff.
I've been doing
No.
fishing in Lake Texoma, striper fishing. So no, I don't.
Okay, that's fine. That's honest answer. That's
Honest answer.
That's what I'm looking for. Nothing.
I don't know anything about Italy.
I think the whole,
Okay, so where were you?
the whole thing. Yeah, I was not at Lake Texoma. And I'm totally not fishing.
I just heard it was Rocky.
Really.
Ain't gonna
Rock.
be
Well,
known.
define Rocky.
That's what Brian's story said.
We as
I did see the
TSAC
little
went to
video
Ozona
posted, and
last
there was
year.
some big rocks.
Yeah.
They were like
Ozona?
boulder rocks.
Did anybody race Ozona? You raced Ozona last year. TSAC? No? That was Rocky. It was all Rocky in the transfers.
Oh, that was like the Super West race, right? Like,
Yeah, well, it was very south.
The very last round.
Very last round, TSAC. That was super rocky. We went down a I would call it a creek bed that was just you kind of you follow the arrows and you come up to it and you look down and you say bullshit, they're taking us down that.
and you're like, oh.
and it was all the long course. It was all the long course went down it, and it was incredible. It was incredibly rocky, big rocks, big caverns. So that was rocky. So all y'all that went to Ozona last year, you know Rocky. I don't know if it compares, but it was incredibly rocky.
Can't tell you.
It looked like the bottom of Chuck
I raced TCCRA.
You were there?
No, I said it looked like the bottom of Chuck Norris.
Norris.
I've been down Chuck Norris.
No, I'm talking about in the bottom. Once you finally
No,
get
the
to bottom of that
Ozona
cliff.
was a lot rockier than Chuck Norris. However,
Chuck Norris is steep like a mother.
Chuck Norris was steep. This is
I'm talking
steep.
about like after the cliff when you finally get to the bottom of that like 3,000 foot.
Chuck
cliff.
Norris was the steepest downhill that I've been down. I can be honest with you,
Yeah.
and it was
That's
fun.
the most butt puckering I've done for that amount of time.
Where
Like, I've been to
is
gay clubs
that?
and haven't
Is
puckered
that
my ass
one of the
that much.
enduros?
It's one of the enduros.
Post?
Where we haven't been.
They tell you specifically. I'm sorry to get off course, Brian, but they tell you, it was for the A split only. So when you split that, they tell you before you split, they tell you are both your brakes working properly.
And they had like
And
not only
it-
No, I'm
not only
serious.
did they
The
have-
problem
scary
is they
moments.
absolutely mean it.
They absolutely mean it.
Not only did they have danger arrows and X's and stuff, they had a guy standing there to slow you down for it because once you went over the edge, it's like a water rut the whole way down, and you're on both brakes and you're picking up speed.
And you're picking up speed. And I got to tell you, I was riding the same road with my son, Cole. And when we came up to it, Cole went down first. And I thought, well, bullshit, if he's going to go down and I'm not going to go down. And I went down, and I swear to you, I wish that I had not have gone down it. But it was cool.
You made it. You
I made it.
You
I
did
made it. I made it. I finished the race. Steepest downhill I've ever. Downhill. Scariest downhill I've ever been down Chuck Norris race.
How many years have you been riding?
I would say it started in 08.
Yeah,
That's
you've
it.
been. Yeah, you've been.
Yeah,
around.
so-
Hey, me too.
You guys just kind of got
He
into
rides,
it.
No.
he rides the open A class. So.
I ride the Open A. It just started in 08. Seriously, the bike, I bought a KTM 300, 08 KTM 300. The bike I had before that, an XR80 back in the 80s. I swear to God.
Like, I remember that. Let's do it again, son.
Let's do it again, son. That's right. I did it. That's how we got started.
It's
And the next
funny,
thing you
That's
know,
awesome.
So I had a
Cole's
helmet cam on
pro
Cole at that race, and he won that race. And so I have, everybody has a mental vision, or I guess memory, of them going through certain sections. Well,
Yes.
in this case, obviously, it's Chuck Norris.
Chuck
so
Norris.
I know what
Great section.
I remembered me going through Chuck Norris. And then I got the helmet cam footage back from Cole, and it was just ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like,
It is ridiculous.
The speed difference, because it's like he just is like brakes.
well, he rides on a whole different level. You know?
I mean, totally agree.
there's
Believe me, I
what
agree.
I would argue. There's what I do, and I'm an average, below average A rider, and then there's what he does,
Yeah.
and that's a whole different deal. And you know, I'd just be lucky to experience that once.
Hey, when I
Go
came,
watch his helmet cam footage, and
Yeah.
you can totally
when
experience it.
I
once.
came up to it this year, there was 2 A riders sitting at the top that didn't want to go down it.
No kidding, and that's the beauty for those of y'all who don't
It's
know. That's the
stupid.
beauty of enduros. You don't know what's around the next turn. So when you, and that's the difference between the TCCRAs and the Toros. Great series, all of them great series. But in the enduros, you don't know when you drop down. Does it get better? Does it get worse? Does it get faster? Does it get slower? Does it get more technical? You don't know, and that's the beauty of it. It's kind of a neat deal.
Yeah. Do you
Sounds
like?
awesome.
Do I ass pucker and tighten up now, or do I wait a little?
Well,
till
my
it
ass stays
gets more
puckered
dangerous?
all the entire 6 hours of the race. That's a whole different deal.
That's how he walks away so cleanly afterwards.
dude.
It's like, oh, I can relax.
And I notice that Brian watches too.
Yeah. And like you could like see him just like settle in.
I do. That's true.
It's fantastic.
Where is Chuck Norris?
Where's Chuck Norris? It's a LTR property.
Look at
Is that post or is that?
That's the
It's the
old.
old.
It's the old.
It's the old.
LTR.
Yeah.
So is that post or is that turkey? It's post.
Nah, you got me. I don't know.
Sorry, this is not on the same topic, but the Nick Williams guy is in New Jersey.
Whoa, nice, New Jersey. That's pretty awesome. Way far away. We were
here's
hey,
the name.
For
Northeast.
sure.
We were talking about the fact that we didn't know how many people who might possibly race J-Day watch the show. Well, that's very, very Northeast. So, dude, totally appreciate you watching the show, and obviously you're gonna win some cool shit. Bam, there it is.
No, LTR had not Chuck Norris. LTR had
Rambo.
Rambo.
Same.
The Rambo
No,
section.
but one of the
like the
one of
Expendables.
LTR had Rambo.
Yeah,
No. But Chuck Norris.
Totally
is on-
different deal.
Okay,
It's
so
on one of the two
Rambo.
properties.
Yeah, it's It's
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right.
yeah.
James
So,
right about
so
that.
okay,
James
so
right.
the property they used to be on is where
That's
Rambo's
right.
at.
That's
and then
right.
But the property when you and I kind of started getting into T-Sec is where Chuck Norris was at.
And Cody,
And
you
then
gotta
now
appreciate
back
the
at Rambo,
names.
But
Yeah.
this year
They
was
don't
also-
just call them the
Right, so
names
it's
just to
different.
give them
I
names.
know it's
Chuck
different.
Norris.
It might.
Like it might
Chuck
be.
Norris. You
Like
know how many
car
jokes
bait
are out there with
gusher.
Chuck Norris?
I know.
No, here's the deal. I mean, they give them names for a reason, and it's an outstanding ride.
Yeah. If you guys want to, like an LTR, the property they're talking about, Chuck Norris.
Right.
So they actually had a national enduro out there. Chuck and
Yes, they
Cole won that year that they had
Yes, they
this
did.
race. He's also not had good results out there as well. But the thing
Two
is
different
that-
Coles. Two different Coles.
I'm sorry, Cole Kirkpatrick.
Cole Kirkpatrick.
Cole Kirkpatrick
He
won
raised.
out there 1 year and then not another year. But yeah, like he
It was on Mad TV that year.
Mav.
Mav, not Mad.
Yeah,
Mad
Mad
TV.
TV.
That's a
is
different
TV
station.
show.
not anything to
That's
do
a whole different deal.
with this kind of situation.
Mav.
If it was on Mad TV, we would all make money at this.
Yeah.
Yes, we would.
Just being who we are, they'd be like, "You guys are just awesome. I want you to be here."
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I did, but I don't pay him anything. I just said, "Hey, I'll buy beer." And Steve-
Mav with a
Steve brought some
V.
anyway.
Mav
With
with
a
a
V.
V.
With a V.
No
Mad with a V,
mistake.
like James's vagina.
James's vagina.
That is swollen
Vagina.
It's the
Large
Vagine.
vagina.
from wrecking.
All right,
his
so-
dirt bike.
Isn't the MX of Nations this weekend?
It is this weekend.
Oh yes,
Who do you think's
very
gonna win?
good.
Do you think we're gonna get it back?
We better.
USA.
Where's it at?
definitely.
Was it not just like
Germany?
Germany? Was it not just like totally jacked up last
Sure,
year? That it
yeah,
was like
sure.
everybody
Yeah.
fell apart.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I went
Marcia
fishing?
take Dungeon?
It wasn't right. I don't think
Marcia
so.
take Dungeon
I
last
doubt
year?
that.
Sounds dirty.
I mean,
That did sound a
watched
little
it.
dirty.
Really? That happened?
It looked like he kind of hit him.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't remember.
Marsha,
It's been a while.
When it comes down to points, you want to have as many people on your team standing.
I want to see
And
Eli
finishing.
Tomac
Yeah.
take Roxon And I think that's what he's wanting.
Oh, such a good point because of the fact that they're going to be on two different
Look
teams.
at Cody go. Very nice, Cody. Very nice.
You know
That was a good point.
No.
That was
That
without
was,
notes.
that was off the,
Without
off
his
the top
notes.
of the head.
but
Good point.
last year, Roxon wasn't on the same level he was this year.
Right.
But
And
he's
he came
won
out
3 years in a
He
row.
came out on a 250F and just smoked even the big bikes.
Look at Tomac, though, dude.
But it was a sand
How
track
much
too.
has
I mean,
he
it was
been
a
railing?
European sand track
Somebody was on a
last year.
250F.
This
and he
year
was
it's
like
not
ahead of
supposed
the
to be
big
that kind of a
bikes.
sand track.
Tomac
It's gonna be-
railed Roxon all
I guess we'll
summer.
find out.
He did. He did.
I know.
Remember
Tyler.
Supercross? Tomac was just dominating, dude.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm good.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
Small beer.
She likes her
I'm a
readers.
Tomac.
How about I
fan.
just refill that? I'll refill it. Let me refill it. Sure, refill it. No, it's alright.
We're working on a 2-hour episode.
We are.
You get a little
It's
bit.
the 100th episode.
2 hours.
No, for real.
No,
We
it's
just thought we
it's
were
a
actually
shot
going to
of it.
finish on time. You
Look,
didn't
look.
realize that we had
Nobody has to watch.
we
Let me
put
see
as
it.
much
Let me see
beer
it.
as
I don't
possible
drink
next to
beer.
us
I don't
before we
like
got
beer.
started.
This
I got work in
This
the
is
morning,
not
Brian.
beer.
I do too.
Beer.
I'm supposed to be online
Wait,
working
what
right
time do you
now.
have work?
Yes.
I have work at 7.
Not a
I'm
beer.
gonna guess 8.
I'm supposed to be working right now.
You know
You
what?
know what I said? It's C Time's 100th episode.
Cheers.
What
to
did I
that.
say?
And it's
Oh.
your anniversary.
And it's my
Not
anniversary.
over the
Ah.
Steven, love you over there being the producer.
Oh,
we need to get him a microphone so bad.
For
I would
real.
say that like all the time. It's so important. All right,
Nobody will ever see
No.
this.
so we could talk about America as Bolton loves.
He loves to talk about that.
America.
Do you think? This is a
A valid question?
probably very
Look at that.
invalid.
That's perfect
But do you
head.
think that if you had a night where you might have like
That is perfect
2-minute
head.
drinks, that you would go home with Bolt on?
In what sense? Because I needed
What
a
sense
place
do
to
you
stay?
want? What sense do you want?
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Do you
if
know
you need a
him?
sense, then the answer is no.
Well, no, wait a minute.
I mean, if that was where I was staying, then
So
yeah,
you're
I would
saying I have
have
a
to.
chair?
So it's like, oh, hey, you have a bed.
Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah. Okay. There it
Could
is.
happen.
Bolt on. Take that for what it's worth. Maybe you should come to Oklahoma.
And
I won't
wasn't.
be there. We've got Toro. I mean,
You just
there-
ruined it.
I already told
That was
Zach.
like the best build-up ever.
Zach already asked if I was going, and I said
But
you were the one.
Bolton drinks moonshine. He
Yeah, I
will
don't drink
not remember.
moonshine.
That's not legal.
He will not remember that it's like,
Does he drink the real stuff or the stuff he buys
Oh, no.
from the store?
oh no, not the Josh Wozner bullshit that got me
Oh,
drunk.
okay. I was gonna say I
Josh.
can get the good stuff from him.
No.
I want the good stuff.
Once?
Don't point at me. Bring it. I'm
Once
in.
what?
All right. So I do want to finish talking about the ISDE. I think it's interesting. I'm very, very pumped up. I think that the fact that you can see a difference in the team members chosen when it comes down to the World Trophy team, the riders going, the riders that are putting in the effort. There's all kinds of rumors about different riders getting asked to go and saying no, and then now they're going.
How can you not be pumped up? Let me just ask you that. How can you not be pumped up?
Okay.
Best
Here's
I mean, at the end of the day,
All right, you want
at
a
the end of the day, you
circumstance?
love it.
You want a
You love
circumstance? What a circumstance is you are one of the top riders in the country in off-road, just in whatever series,
Right.
and you get asked to go on the junior trophy team.
Oops. You could not be pumped up for that.
Right. I mean, it's
Caleb
like
Russell.
so. It's like it's I mean, in situations like that, how do you is there a pride? Is there not? Is there? Do I deserve that? Is there? I've never done this before. Do I get learning experience? All that kinds of stuff. Like,
I think there's
So-
always pride. If
There
you're
may be
if you're
pride.
representing,
But I gotta
That's
tell
fine.
you, whatever whatever other people portray you as, that's what you earned. At the end of the day, that's what you earned. So it's all about earning it.
yeah, and I think a lot of people may
Did I just go
not
too deep?
realize.
Did I go too
Wow,
deep?
we're getting
Did I just go a little too deep on that one?
thanks.
My bad.
Explain.
My bad.
What
I'm
are you
sorry.
talking about
I'm
exactly?
sorry. I apologize
Yeah,
for that.
let's bring it back.
Sorry,
You were
my
like
bad.
being all fun, and
Shit.
all of a sudden it was like, boom.
Fucking Biggies.
I was like, man, is this dubstep? What's
Drinking
going
Bud
on?
Light, man.
Oh, well, it was the Biggies.
What's happening? It was a dubstep.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, go ahead. ISD, you deserve it. You don't deserve it.
I think it's our best team ever.
Yay.
Yeah, we are.
Play the jazz flute. Play the jazz flute.
If we get a team like this for the next, no, stay with me. Next 2 to 3 years, I think we have to get a win because of the fact that there is an unfortunate amount of luck that comes along with this, and we know that in racing, we've all had surgery, we've all had injuries, all that kinds of weird stuff. Anybody, like look at Charlie Mullins last year, having a phenomenal rookie year at the ISDE, had a really bad shoulder separation. I think it was level 4. What do they call something 4? Like a level 4 separation. So essentially, he had the same surgery I did. Where they literally placed that.
Did you just do a third Brian shout? Same surgery I did. Me and Charlie were like
I did it too, man.
Oh,
dude, don't. No. If
Tonight
anybody's
is
like this,
shout
it's
out
me
to
and Kurt
yourself
Caselli,
tonight.
buddy.
I got you.
Okay,
My
that's
bad.
it. That's as tight. Well, maybe Kurt Caselli.
Yeah, why didn't you give his jersey away?
Yeah, right.
No.
No, that's
My
me.
son
I keep
sleeps
that.
in that jersey.
The next
keep
question for Kirk Caselli's jersey is.
Wait, is it your son or your wife? Which one? I don't know.
No, my son. My son sleeps in that jersey. The first night I had it, though, I did put a mirror on the.
Very nice.
I had my wife wear it.
Good for you.
You put a mirror on the wall.
Terrible.
He put it back.
That's okay.
He
It's
put it back over
okay.
her head.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
No, it's okay. We don't like to make it weird. We just like to make it awkward.
I'm just saying.
There's a difference, and we understand that, and we just stick with it. So, okay, so junior trophy team. I'm really impressed with the way that Grome has been riding. We've got Caleb Russell. I mean, come on. If he does not, honestly, like he's top 10 contender. I think he hasn't been before. But
If you told him he was a top 10 contender, would he be offended?
I think so.
there's a good chance. He doesn't.
I'm just saying.
I
I don't go to that racing format and say I'm a top 10 contender.
Not Caleb Russell.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell
Not
you.
number one in GNCC.
Not number one in GNC. You go to there and you say, I got this shit.
Yeah. So does he have it?
Well, I don't know.
What
find
if
out.
a junior rider overall? Wow, insane.
I'm just saying you have to have an
I'm not hyping
attitude.
it up too
You
much.
have to have the attitude. He has the attitude. You have to
You're
have
right.
the
If
attitude
you
to
got-
finish
if-
that.
yeah, if you bring
And
attitude,
he's
you
got
can
the
do it.
attitude. He's not going in with the attitude of I'm a top 10. He's going with the attitude. I got this shit.
Yeah.
But you can't.
And you're right. If there's any
You can't
junior
and not
trophy
expect to
team
win.
member that's going in with an attitude, like not a bad attitude, just
No. I didn't say it was
Like,
bad.
yeah,
You're
like
right.
a-
No,
like
without
a-
it's not a bad attitude. It's confidence.
Yeah.
And you gotta have it
He
because
should
you gotta be
have it.
aggressive.
yeah,
He
You gotta
should
be
have it.
aggressive.
yeah.
And he's an aggressive rider.
And I think it's fun too. And there was a lot of discussion.
I have no idea what I'm saying. Is that
James
good?
is
Is that good, James?
on drugs. Prescription drugs, though.
I love
Legal.
good times. Good times are the best.
Legal in Colorado.
Come on.
What?
Good times.
Totally different deal.
Hydrocodone.
Totally different
That is
deal.
a different. That show's tomorrow night.
Oh, I got
Just come
different-
back over.
Different
and
time
we'll redo
slot.
all this,
Different
yeah.
time slot.
Different time slot for sure.
We'll do it all over again.
So what was interesting was so the ISD qualifiers. Sure, I'll give myself another shout out. Wes McKnight and myself went.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. No,
Went
no
to Boise last year and did the ISD qualifier. Fantastic time. Anybody who's never done an ISD qualifier,
I'm going.
you should go. It's
Yeah,
so
Cody
much.
wants
Those
to.
those 2 days. I mean, it's awesome riding. Especially go to Boise. That riding's up there awesome. But one of the things that's really interesting is just like, I had a total train of thought and I lost it.
Because that music.
It is.
So what are
It
we
really
giving away?
is. All
Like,
the-
What are we giving away? Whose
Can we-
music
Yeah.
is
Can we turn
that?
that off?
Is it an alarm clock going off?
Is that
What the
you
fuck's
got that
happening
too?
It's
here?
the baby monitor.
It is
the baby
the baby monitor. Go unplug the baby monitor. My
sorry
wife's
to do
awake.
that.
Go unplug the baby monitor.
It is a baby
okay.
monitor.
Top or bottom?
I've heard it the
Bottom.
whole
Bottom.
time.
Only the bottom.
It's like a circus.
I've heard it
music.
the
know what?
whole
That's
time.
no
It's
shit.
like
I'll
some
carry
like
you on.
fake noise off over there.
Oh my god.
It's like the ice cream truck is driving by.
Or was that the music to tell us it's about over?
Do you want it to be over?
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
Are they ready for it?
Yeah.
How many people are still online?
I don't
Right?
ever look at analytics. I always just make sure I have fun.
Okay.
It's a good way to go
I'll be
about
completely
it.
honest. Yeah, I just
I'm
you
sure
know,
Mark
we
Cock
check
is still
analytics later and just don't worry about it.
there. Mark Cock is still there.
He's listening.
Oh wait, so Bolt On could beat the entire French team himself
Oh, come
Which
on.
means
If-
if they blew
Have some
up
faith, man.
on the first day. He said his dad is no stranger.
Oh yeah, Caleb Russell. He hasn't been before, but his dad is no stranger.
Okay.
You have to he's writing it as you're speaking. You're just not reading it then. And then I think we all laughed at the music, and he said I
think she
should
just
do
called
it
you
this
out.
I
time.
just scoot the
And he
computer
is still
over.
there.
Just scoot it
Really
over.
glad that Tiffany
Y'all trade
is
seats.
here because
Pays attention.
got this shit. It is just absolutely amazing. No, so with Russell, yeah, no, you're right.
His
So
dad.
yeah, Fred Russell,
He goes or has gone.
yeah, he is a badass.
Is it goes or has gone?
Has gone. He doesn't still do it.
No, he's it could be controversial to some people, but in reality, it doesn't really make a difference. He is a member of the racer production staff or GNCC staff or something to that effect, I believe.
He's
But,
somebody.
Yeah, he's somebody that makes shit happen.
Good for him.
It's a racer production person,
And that's important.
and his son races in that series. I don't think that's a
That's-
big problem. But
that's-
people give it
That's
shit. so-
no, you should not give him shit. Here's the deal. It's a dad
Trail boss.
that's
The
supporting his son.
1991
Good for him.
National Enduro Champ.
That's a good rider.
Definitely.
So
One of the best.
one of the best. So,
So obviously,
good for him for being able to be involved.
which I like people that do.
Why do I
still?
still hear the music?
You know what?
They're getting
Funny.
louder.
Did I unplug the wrong thing?
Funny. That might be the one thing that's wireless.
Yeah, right now there's no feed.
I unplugged the bottom.
We don't have a producer either.
Yeah, our producer went to the pisser.
It's dead air right
That's
now.
right.
Are we still online? Can you see us?
Yeah, the past 20 minutes have been a complete lie to everybody out there.
Is Zach and Bolton the only two listening right now?
No, I think
No,
Mark
there's only people in the
and
chat room, but hey, whatever.
J-Bone person. Who's
We have a good
J-Bone?
time. Okay, so
Just drink it.
we got the Brad Bakken favorite.
Damn it, Sam.
So
Rather be-
I wondered if he knew that it was him.
Thank you, sir.
He probably
You're
did.
welcome.
I'll be honest, he probably did.
Thanks for riding on my way. I appreciate it.
So what's next for you guys? That's a good thing.
I want to do some more fishing.
We had Endurocross too.
Everybody
Cody.
thinks that
Endurocross
Cody,
was
tell
great.
us about Endurocross.
Taddy took it.
Taddy took it where?
Well,
Home.
took it to Mike. Yes. Mike led the beginning. And then
yeah,
Taddy
Mike
passed
made
him.
a mistake.
It wasn't
Did he?
really.
Mike made a mistake.
But they were so
that
close.
lost
I
him
mean,
the race.
anything could have made the difference. And
Let me ask. Well, hang on. Let me ask you something. Here's the deal. Big picture things.
Big picture.
You enjoy watching somebody that's the best at what they do.
Absolutely, I love people.
And on that endurocross shit, Taddy is one of the best
He's-
at what they do.
he's
Yeah,
one
but
of
I
the
mean-
best.
And here's
One
the
of the
deal.
best.
You don't have to know about it. You don't have to write it. But watching him write it,
Oh, no doubt.
it's a pleasure.
He
It's like watching Michael Jordan play basketball, Tiger Woods, golf, all that bullshit. It's a pleasure to watch the best do what they do. Taddy is one of the best.
he's got so much energy when he rides. It's
Hey, he's
It's just
fun.
impressive.
You watch him either one catch up because he fucked up in the beginning, or one leave the group
Yeah.
behind. Leave the group of other pros
Two.
yeah.
behind.
He just
He's not a mathematician.
in Ontario. He just stalked Mike Brown, and he made it happen.
That's
Mike Brown made a mistake.
One
and-
or one.
and Taddy moved to first. So
Taddy's awesome.
that was pretty
He's
good.
a great guy to watch.
And for anyone who watched the race, I don't know if you saw the water jump where they jumped the big double. It was insane.
They were calling it a triple. I
I
would call it a
can't
double
believe
just
it.
because.
And Taddy actually cased it.
You know what's funny is so we
and
had
it was like nothing, but
Hey,
still,
Steven.
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Steven, we need it back.
Who's catching?
Oh, not me.
How would you do that? You know I'm gonna
On
screw
the
that
back.
up. Good God, man! I'm just trying to open my beer and not cause a scene. Yet I did.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't that the whole idea
What
of the
about-
podcast is to cause a scene?
Oh right.
I don't.
So why?
Did you guys watch the Endurocross?
Oh,
No.
Did anyone watch it?
I didn't get a chance.
Well, you missed out.
I was drunk at a wedding.
You watch it on
I was on the
Motor Trend or
hospital.
Endurocross.com. You had Colton Haker. He took the hot lap.
Yeah.
That was impressive,
They
man.
had, they had
that dude
three
can
guys.
rail.
They had three guys that tied, right? Like
No, no,
38.9
no.
in the hot lap.
Haker had a second
He had the
over
fastest
Cody
time.
Webb. A second, and Cody Webb was second. And dude, Colton Haker, that dude he's got some skill on a bike.
Yeah. Oh,
Until he
A
stalled.
Honda 450.
Right,
A
which
Honda
is
450.
pretty impressive
A
because
big
he's on that
bike.
Johnny Campbell team,
Yeah.
the JCR team, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sure
very
we've all
impressive.
seen the commercials of Colton, but
Yeah,
that
on a
dude,
cow.
he's got some
Those
skill.
are
Yeah.
old.
Cows are great.
Shut up.
Orange. Another orange.
Hey, don't act like you weren't there.
True. What am I on now, though?
You were on a roll though. You were telling us about the whole Endurocross thing. I'm
Right?
listening.
He took over the
Right
show.
now, I'm like totally like a
You kind
fan.
of did. I gotta be honest with you. You kind of did.
Just go with it. I loved it.
And that's okay. That's great. That's a good thing.
All right, hold on.
He's got to
So
find
there
a,
it was.
find a
First
spot
off,
on his
so say
paper.
It's
There
always
was.
exciting. You know, the Endurocross, there's always good racing.
Yep.
I don't know if you watched the women's racing.
I didn't get a chance. I, didn't get,
Yeah,
I will be honest. I didn't get a chance.
Come
to
on,
watch it.
Brian.
Dude, I read the PRs because they come in my phone. Sometimes,
It was great.
sometimes you
It
got
was
to play
great.
with your son and put
What
him
made
in
the
bathtub.
woman racing great?
You didn't know who was going to win.
Because it didn't look like a clown race.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
It's tough.
It was one of
It's
the
tough.
largest
They
women's
had a
fields
trouble.
to date.
They had a trouble.
Was it really?
They had trouble
Very
in the
nice.
rock section.
Nearly
And
20
and it
riders
was almost
competing.
like the winner was decided on the rock section, but
And Megan
But
Blackburn
still.
from Vermont.
But it is fun to watch them
It
go through
was
the rock
great.
section.
Really?
well, even in
Maria
in the
won
men's,
at the,
it was fun to
GNCC.
watch. You didn't really
Forsberg?
know who was going to win.
The overall?
Any mistake could happen at any time.
So what
And that's what's
woman?
great about
What
Endurocross.
woman in the woman race
What
could have
woman?
competed with the men?
Who wants to?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
Whoa, what's
Yeah,
that
I
come
mean,
on
just-
about?
I'm asking. I mean, I'm surely there was one.
No.
I don't.
Not really, man.
It's
I'm
If you
just
watch
asking,
the
I
races
don't
back
know.
to back. The guys in the men's class are doubling logs, doubling tires. They're
So
doing-
you're saying the
they're doing
fastest
what the
woman?
the
So
women
you're saying the
are fast.
fastest woman could not have competed with the slowest man?
We'd have to look at lap times.
Maybe the slowest guy that didn't qualify.
No.
You never know.
Well, I think and you know, I guess we have to like look at lap times when it comes down to like GNCC type stuff because Maria Forsberg, she won her overall at GNCC especially.
Right.
She didn't just win the women's class; she won the overall of the amateur.
That's
program.
pretty impressive.
But the women race like in the amateur program in the morning race, the GNCCs, they don't race in the afternoon, which is a lot of the B, A, and pro classes.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So obviously there is there is
A
a
difference.
distinct
Yeah.
difference in how they're going to race. And in that sense, I don't know if I have done quite a few endurocrosses when they come to Oklahoma back in the day and stuff like that when endurocross first started. It is the most intense shit
I would agree.
ever do.
Yeah, good luck pulling in your
Ever.
clutch. Good luck. You
The
need a
most
recluse.
like the upper body workout. It is. I have yet to find anything to do it yet. You can
Yet?
ski pole all day.
All of it. All of
And
it.
there's
I've tried both.
nothing. It
I've
is
tried both hands.
ridiculous.
Still nothing.
6 times a day, Brian.
Thank you very much. And I got a little laugh back there. That was funny. That was funny.
So Bolton saying that Maria has raced a 4-stroke A lights class before and ended up top 5.
By no means am I
Bro.
saying that she's slow because I know for
Oh,
sure.
you're backpedaling.
she
Are
would kick
you
my ass.
backpedaling?
Well, I never. Well, okay, if
No,
we're
he
gonna
was
go
saying-
there,
he
I
was
should have
saying-
just ended the whole thing with saying Maria's faster than me.
He was saying that the
One.
girls racing.
They
fair
can race
enough,
the
fair
guy.
Yeah, for
Fair
sure. Like,
enough.
It
Fair
is
enough,
different,
fair
but
enough.
those
they
chicks
can.
kick my ass.
No,
They're
they can
like,
kick
I'm
my
not
ass
trying
too.
to
They
sound
probably
more
are
manly
wrestling
than
too.
them. I'm just trying to say that there is definitely a distinct difference
Yes,
when it
there
comes
is.
to the men that race pro endurocross versus the women that race pro endurocross. They race at a different level.
Yeah.
They
No
race with a
doubt.
competitive, animalistic instinct. It's just
It's
different.
aggression.
Yeah, you could just see the difference.
I agree.
I don't know that if
I'm
it
just
is
asking a question.
I don't know that.
Yeah, why you gotta
that's
put me
it.
under the law?
Yeah.
Fuck, Sam.
Man.
Come on, I thought they were
But it's
sharing a
like,
beer
I,
here.
just,
What the
I
fuck?
wonder, like, there's little things like when it comes down to having, and I know, like, one of the things the 2 things that got smoked on me were the lats and the forearms, and so I wonder if like that upper body, just back and forth on like an endurocross is something that I don't know. This is just a total speculation that women don't have that much upper body strength to be able to attack things over and over and over again on those lats.
I think it is similar to moto. And I was reading Racer X did an interview with Taddy, and he said that the training is similar to motocross training.
Because it's more sprint oriented.
It's high heart rate racing
Fair enough.
compared to most off-road
Fair
enduros.
I'm just
cross-country,
asking.
whatever
I
it
didn't
might
know.
be. But yeah, Taddy said it's more like moto. So you're gonna see that aggression. That you're
Those
up near 200.
guttural instincts.
You're up
that
near
come
200
up
on the heartbeats per minute, and it's
changed
tough,
a lot
man.
too. The
Wait.
sport
Speaking of the
enduro
heartbeat
cross
thing,
has
you
changed
put a
lot.
heartbeat monitor on?
I have before.
I don't.
That's cool. No. I mean, a couple of my buddies have.
Other riders.
And they have.
Wait.
They
A couple
burn
of
a
your
lot
buddies. So that means were they drinking or were they riding?
Well, the little internal competition.
They had him at one of the rounds of motocross this year. I think in the 250F class, they had somebody wearing them in a
Like
It's telling.
like they're sitting on the starting line and it's showing their heartbeat, their heart rate, and as soon as the gate dropped, it like boom, like went through.
It's
the
pretty telling. It's pretty telling. And,
cool.
It was like on the display. While
I
they
didn't
were-
see that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
and I think it's a great learning tool for the
sure,
record.
yeah.
I mean, if you wear one, you think, okay, well, if at the starting gate I am that pumped up, maybe I need to work on the starting gate
And like,
and try to calm myself
bring it
down
down.
and focus a little more. So it's a great learning tool. It's not just, oh wow, shit, my heart rate.
I have a heart.
I have a heart.
I forget what round it was, but it was pretty cool because they showed
I
us.
don't remember
And it
that.
was our heart rate, and it's like they turn the 30-second board sideways or whatever.
It just-
it just goes up a little bit, but when the
That's
gate
different.
dropped, dude, I'm talking about instant, like boom, 100 beats, like
It's just
100
cool.
more.
That's what makes the sport fun.
I agree. Yeah.
That's what makes the sport fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that fucking playing
Yeah.
horseshoes.
Or
Well,
Xbox.
just
Or
riding
Xbox.
Bonita.
Well, I mean,
Maybe Xbox. Maybe Xbox.
but
Just riding Bonita, one of our gnarliest sand tracks in Texas. Cameron has a heart rate monitor. He wears Cameron Ishmael, and he maxed out at 210. 210, man.
And what part of the
One
track?
lap.
that's intense.
One
dude.
lap.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what part of the track,
Yeah.
but still.
No,
Really
Bonita's a great
fast
track.
track.
It's a great
200
track. Yeah.
on one lap.
That's,
It's insane, dude.
it's telling. It's telling.
Well,
And he's a
it
great
tells what
rider.
we do.
It's telling. It's great.
Motocross riding, off-road, motocross, it doesn't matter. It's a sport. It's a physical sport.
Without a
and it
doubt.
takes some serious
Without a
training.
doubt. Without a doubt.
We're very physical, in shape people. I don't know if you guys can tell that.
Did you notice?
Yeah.
Funny you noticed.
Did you just like poop your boobs up?
I gotta be honest with you. I thought that's exactly what she did.
tell if you were-
I thought she went.
like being
When she
like,
said, when
Smushed in
Brian
her
said
boobs.
we're in shape people, I could have sworn it out of my peripheral vision. I saw Tiffany go.
She was
She's like, I'm very in shape.
I was slunched over.
Very in
I
shape.
was
I
catch
haven't
over.
seen
I just wanted to show that.
Look at
was-
those guys. They're so in shape.
Been
They
working on-
are
been working
shape.
on
Wow,
my
Brian.
pecs.
They're in A shape, a round shape.
Round is a shape.
Those are A's?
It is.
That's horrible.
A round shape.
I mean,
I heard an
good
eight.
for you.
I don't know.
If you like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better for racing though, right?
Come on, man.
Oh, that's just
Seriously.
And like,
Let's get on top. Come on.
what's the topic?
What do you need to get on top of?
Oh.
Brittany,
That's,
There you go.
oh, he's like,
are you there?
I gotta go home to my trainer. She needs to train me. That's a really
Cardio.
That's a-
Cardio. Cardio. Very nice. Good comeback.
So the fun, the really interesting, complete side note of this that no one has any idea about is the fact that I have no idea why you guys aren't married. And what is the deal with you?
Why do you need to get married?
Wow, really?
on.
Really?
Yeah.
With her.
Seat time.
Yeah, live on seat time.
Oh man.
What's the deal?
I'm 23.
Yeah, they're too
That's
young.
the deal.
Okay,
Okay.
be honest. That's fine.
I'm 23.
That's fine.
They're too
I'm
young.
23.
You're too young.
She's 23. She's a day older than me. So
Brian, that's wrong.
So she's older.
It is messed up.
I have histories to older women.
Hey.
One day.
Okay, that's okay. That's totally fine with me. We just needed a good. No, I think that you're right,
there
Bolton.
is
That's a
no-
fantastic reason. You
there's
know,
no
I honestly didn't
particular
realize.
reason.
I didn't realize you were that young. I thought you were 25, 26, there's 23.
That's
not
still
that that
young.
makes it still seem like, oh yeah, totally marriageable age. Of,
Marriageable. Marriageable.
Don't worry, man. You're not the first guy to ask. But
If you,
honestly,
if,
man,
he,
I'm
if
23.
you can marry,
I'm 23.
yeah, it's like I mean, if
I'm
you're
in
looking
no
at her,
hurry.
Hey, don't be.
Just stay
don't
here.
be in a fucking hurry.
Just stay here tonight. You won't have to worry about
nice
it.
feel,
Was
but
that an
it's
awkward
okay.
rub?
It might not be the worst time. It won't be the best time, but it might not be the worst time.
No comment.
Yeah.
Hey, we still have another giveaway.
What do you want
Oh,
to give
what
away?
we give away?
Vita Brevis.
Oh my gosh!
Still
So,
haven't done that one.
what was our question? Did you come up with one? Gosh, did you?
Yeah. What does it stand for?
Oh, nice. That's fantastic. So, our good friend Jeremiah Stone is the proprietor, if you will.
Hopefully, there's some people still there.
Vita Brevis clothing.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while. He's a pretty good guy.
He is
a while.
a great guy.
Hey.
Very good guy.
He's a pretty good guy.
And so he was like, very congratulations on 100th episode. And he was like, I would love to give away some VB clothing. So Vita Brevis is, it stands for something.
It's right there.
And
Koozie.
Sounds like
turn it around. Turn it around.
Yeah, not
show it.
to show them, to hide it.
Block it.
Yeah, good. That's
Wait, like
you
this?
can show the other.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like that? Like that?
So-
If they're watching, they
Yeah.
Oh, my beard.
Wait,
So-
look at this. Look at this.
The big
Look at
question
this.
is, what does Vita Brevis stand for? Tweet us
You know, last time I saw him-
@CTime_CO and or in the chat room. What does Vita Brevis
I haven't
stand
seen him in
for? And you
forever.
can get yourself a nice little package from Mr. Jeremiah Scratch Stone when it comes down to Vita Brevis clothing.
Last time I saw that
Be
man
fantastic.
was the Houston Enduro a couple of years ago. And he went out on a wreck. He did-
Bolt on.
I'm holding
He
something.
was at the awards banquet.
I'm sorry, except for the awards banquet. But last race I saw him at was the Houston race, I think.
He's at Barnwell Mountain too.
I worked at Barnwell Mountain.
When's that coming
Maybe
up?
it's
November 10th. Barnwell Mountain.
No.
But well, he's got a
you're
good
talking
point.
about the
Upcoming.
sprint race. Oh,
I'm-
we're going
I'm
to talk
gonna be
about
there.
that shit
Hey.
after this.
You'll love the shit out of that. If you've never done an enduro and the whole Barnwell Mountain Enduro coming up in November
Gilmer, Texas.
in Gilmer,
It's going to be totally different than
there's
what-
going to be some cash prizes given out.
Yeah.
It's a
Why not?
great event.
Keep talking about Scratch.
Well, I'm just saying he's a great guy. It's been a while since I've seen him, and I enjoyed riding with him. I mean, he's truly a great guy.
Look at the top one.
If you would have came to the Beer Olympics, you would have seen him.
Yeah. Maybe if you just showed up at my house when I asked you to come over and party
Well,
with me.
clearly that was a deal for lot AA. AA was lot. I mean, I was invited. However, I would have felt guilty for taking that one.
Did she ask?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know that a chick that was as tall as you and half your size won?
Yeah, she did.
Did you see
Good
the
for
prizes
her.
that I gave away?
Good for her.
Did you see the prizes?
I did.
Handmade custom cedar beer openers.
Buddy, I gotta be honest with you, I wanted to be here, but that was during an enduro race in Louisiana. But it was during it was a Louisiana enduro race. I went and raced in
It was
enduro
a
Louisiana.
Sabine.
It was a Sabine Series race. And so I raced
T-Sec.
T-Sec enduro race. And I gotta tell you, the track was awesome, but I would have loved to have been here for that. Yeah, no, I was there at the race. And I would love to have been here
It
for
was
your
Louisiana Trail Riders.
It was. Yeah.
Leesville.
It had rained just a little bit,
Leesville is
and the track was perfect.
national.
It was a great race.
Fort Polk.
Yeah,
is-
I can't argue that. It was a great race. I would love to have been here, no doubt.
Leesville
And I-
National.
What's that? No, it was the second one.
Forest Hill is the
I
national.
heard.
Leesville is the Fort Polk.
It was a Leesville race. It wasn't the national race.
Well, you take Leesville to get to both of them, so the Leesville exit.
I'm telling you right now, it was a great race. I would love to have been here. Had it been
But
scheduled on a
I
non-race
don't like
weekend,
good
I'd have been there.
times, so I didn't show up.
Yeah, whatever.
But I had a great race. To be honest with you.
Yeah, how'd you do?
I said I had a great race.
How'd you do?
Well, why do you need to
Is it I
pound
finished
that?
the crown bottle?
Why do you
damn
need
it.
to pound that? Just I
How'd
raced
you
a lot
fin-
of
how did you finish in
the
that race?
what series comes down for that? What group comes down for that? Not T-Sec.
Are
it's
we
the
still
Blackjack?
talking?
Blackjack. A lot of the A-Rider Blackjack guys. That's all they know is Little Woods riding.
So you're
Littlewood?
saying you did
Little-
All I know
Littlewood?
is Littlewood.
I'm saying I finished 6.5 hours.
So you're saying since you know
Where were
That's
you,
a long
James?
time.
Where were you,
Yeah, I was
James?
here.
You were not racing the race.
Yeah, he
Right
brought
here.
me
There
a
was
bunch of
beer-
cider so I could
There
play
was
beer
a beer
pong.
pong table right
Cider is bad.
I stand corrected. I wish I
Stay
A
was.
little
away
beer
from the
pong
cider.
table.
No. I'll show you. It's a very, very large, custom-made beer Olympics.
Oh, that table.
Yeah,
Hey, it is
So
good.
what I'm saying is that pong table is still available, and we can have more beer Olympics, which we will. So everybody, pay attention to the Seat Time site. Beer Olympics will be back.
Winter Olympics.
Winner, winner.
I'll talk to Sean
X
White and
Games.
see if he wants to promote that and
Fair
talk
enough.
about it. So I did hear you guys. I was going to wrap it up. I'm not going to lie, but I did hear you guys talk about the Sprint Enduro Challenge that's going on at Barnwell Mountain coming up
Right.
November 10th. And I want to do an actual person to I want to have a
One-on-one?
your opinion. Like I want a personal opinion. So I don't tell me your thoughts on this race coming up.
I want to do it. I don't really
And
know.
why
how
would
to
you
say.
like to do it?
No,
seriously.
Gilmer, Texas. It's one of the gnarliest
Okay.
properties in Texas.
Yep.
Rockiest.
Can't disagree.
Red
for
dirt.
sure.
It's been nicknamed Mars before.
Yep.
I mean, as far as the times I've raced there, I've never been able to complete a race. Of course, I was an amateur, but
It's an gnarly
regardless,
race.
I want to race there, and
It's
it's
gonna be a
a
gnarly
gnarly
race.
race, and I've heard great things.
I will work the event. No, we'll work this event.
Like with both hands or just one?
Cody,
It only takes one.
I will tell you from riding all the races at Gilmer, TCCRA, and the one TSEC race they had there. I know they had a national there too, right?
Yep.
But
Years ago.
2007.
the,
Years
the
ago.
TSEC race we had there, was it last year or the year before?
2 years
2 years
ago.
ago.
2 years ago.
When Troy Green and
I
his
have
Road
never-
1 riders put it on.
Ever rode crap like that before in my life.
Ever.
Great elevation change, great technical course, good flowing course, and then good tight sections as well. It'll challenge you as a rider.
Do I need a two-stroke?
That's up to you. I'm a two-stroke guy.
That's
though.
up to you.
I'm a two-stroke guy.
Here-
But I'll tell you right now, they'll be actually T-Sec's putting their money. Barnwell Mountain is putting their money where their mouth is, and there'll be a purse for a couple of the test sections, and so I think it's going to draw out a
Purse
good number
for
of rides.
test sections.
Test
Yes,
sections.
yes. The
You
winner
be the
of
fastest?
each test section gets a purse.
Not for the race.
Wow.
For test sections.
And the race. And the race.
Well,
There's a
is.
per test session bucket.
it's a great deal. It's a great event put on by great people. Great piece of property. Like I said, Toro, TCCRA, they have great tracks. This will be one of the good tracks for TSEC, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Here's my whole thing is that I've got the whole paper here and I've read through it before when I found out about it. My only thing is, or I guess my two things that I don't
Go ahead,
like
take three things.
that I don't like about this is one is that it's a bracket format of racing. Because if I'm a C or B rider, I don't want to go out and ride because there's X amount of racers that start the race, right? Whatever their fill up number is that they start the race. But if you don't qualify to make it into the second test, you don't get to start the second test, and that I think is dumb. I think in the sense of the way that the timing works out, that whatever level of racer you are, you should be able to race every test, and that's just timing-wise the way it should work out and figure it out. Second thing is that it's weird that the test sections are only up to a mile each. Now I get it that it's a sprint enduro, and I understand how sprint enduros work just from doing a little bit of the ISTE stuff that I've done and everything like that. But I don't think that up to half a mile each is still within sprint capacity.
It depends on what's in that half mile. Hey, look, here's the deal.
So
If you're the fastest guy, you'll win. If you're the slowest guy, you won't.
no, I mean,
So
again, this
you
is
throw your name in the hat,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, you win, you lose. But it'll be a fun competition.
But
Without
I think here's the thing. I think that labeled as a sprint enduro challenge. And a side note is that they're up to half mile each test sections.
right?
It's kind of, if it's a challenging enduro is different from if it's a sprint enduro.
Well, I think Saturday and Sunday will be two different races, and I think you would enjoy both of them.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm just saying. I'll be
So here's the deal. Let's let it play out, see what happens, and I think everybody will get their feel, without a doubt. I don't want to give away too much, but I think everybody will get their feel.
All right. Well, you and I are going to talk afterwards.
What are
because
you like, Mr. Know-It-All or what?
I like it, man.
No, I am not the president.
He's
but,
a board
but
member?
I am the board. I am on the board member of
Board
the
member.
He's
TSCC,
Mr. Know-It-All.
and I will be working that specific event. So I'm not going to give away too much, but at the end of the day, I think if you enjoy riding a motorcycle and you enjoy a competition, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun experience.
So everybody, here's the big deal. So Texas, come to Texas November 9th and 10th. So it's a 2-day week.
It's a 2-day deal.
So 9th and 10th is the weekend that everybody should come down to Texas, race these races. I think it's going to be a good time. We're going to have some fun. And if you could think of anything else sprint enduro-y for 2014, start searching the internet, because I can promise you in the southern hemisphere of the United States, which would be, Texas, there's definitely going to be more places.
There's a great
Spoiler alert.
There's a bunch of great series starting up. Toro's a great series. TSEC's coming up. I mean, TCCRA's finishing up. There's a great series starting up in Texas.
Shut up.
Might be something else. Might be more. I don't know. Yeah, that's fine.
Again?
Whatever.
We're about to end.
It's only the second
You
time.
can wait a few minutes.
We're
gonna wrap it up.
We're wrapping it up. I
wrap up in a
promise.
second.
Promise.
Always wrap it up.
Always wrap it up.
Really?
Hey, dude, don't take that.
Oh my God! Did he unplug anything?
My mom told me.
This
always
guy.
wrap it
Always
up.
wrap it up. Whenever you're going to leave, wrap it up. It doesn't make a difference what she says. Wrap it up. I got nothing except for the fact that this was a fantastic evening. I think
I had a great time.
It was
I
good.
think the table in itself represents the fact that we can't even
We had a
have a
good time.
camera on Steven. Because that guy had I bought Steven his own keg. And like the whole time he's been like switching camera angles and doing keg stands. Shit has just been just rallying back there. And we've kept it serious. We've had a couple beers. That's about it.
Or 5.
Dude, way to ruin it.
Or more.
So
Glad I'm driving.
Yeah.
I got work in the morning.
I'm calling your mom. Calling your mom.
Yeah.
Hey, watch the cable.
Your son's gonna know about this.
Jeez. His son always knows about this. He's he takes him home. But it's just been a fantastic time. I love doing this. Steven and I, we're trying to figure it out. We want 2014 to be in a better time. Obviously, in the whole sponsor thing of things, it's September. People are like, this is when sponsors need to be figured out for 2014. You know what? Here's the deal. We always want to have fun. We want sponsors to come to us. We really do want to just talk about people that mean a lot to us and that mean a lot to our industry. And we are obviously very, very off-road oriented. So if anything out there rings a bell, we've been talking with Flex Bars. It's like, heck yeah. I love the product. I have ridden it 3 times.
Nice.
And those 3 times, I have never once been like, oh my gosh, my bars are flexing. I have been like, wide up my shoulder shirt. And so it's little things like that when people come to us and I get to test the product, or I get to test out the gear, or I get to make sure that it makes a difference and it really means something to me, that it's the best time out there. So that's what we want to look forward to, and I can't wait till we get to 200, because we don't need to be a TV show on some kind of Mad TV or anything else.
Or Mad TV.
Or Mad TV.
Or Mad TV. I mean, we could be on
Tiffany
Saturday
wrap
Night
it all
Live.
up. Very nice.
We're like, F it, Saturday Night Live. We're going to do it our own thing, because we pay for you.
Bitches.
Bitches.
Wait for you.
Where for you? I like your face. So, I appreciate you guys for being here. It's been a fantastic time. Remember, so this is Seat Time. SeatTime.co is the website. That's where you can find out about all the information that we have to give. And through that as well, we have archives of all of our shows. And so seriously, with the archives, you can listen to everything.
Everything.
We have a 1 to 100 right now. Soon, it'll be above 100. That's how numbers work. I don't know. I didn't make that up. Chinese people would have
you made it up.
something like
I think
that.
you made
Just
it up.
the way it went
Could be
down.
wrong.
But seriously, you can
You're
find
right.
all of our episodes there on
That's how they
seattime.co. The better part, Facebook. So facebook.com/seattime. Facebook for us, it's more fun. Anything out there that we find that could possibly be a pint full of awesome is we like to just blow that kind of stuff into your face, because when I go, whoa, that's when I like to share that kind of stuff. And of course, Twitter. Twitter.com/seattime_CO. Or if you're on Twitter, it's at @seattime_co. That is the open bee's knees of random craziness.
That's a lot of social media. That's all I'm saying.
So
shit.
We're not done, unfortunately. The crazy part is that.
Oh, hang on.
Thank you, Bolt on.
Come on, man.
So it's like you could be like, oh my
That's
god,
not Woody, man.
Are
That
you-
looks just like
There's
him.
another?
It looks just like him.
totally ruined the show, man.
If only they could
gotta
see
turn
what we're
around.
seeing.
Yeah, it's like I would.
They can.
Hold
They're
on.
on
Hold
the.
on.
They're in
Is
the
that
chat
Ron
room.
Jeremy?
If
I don't
you
know.
have any access to the
Dirt
chat
diggers,
room,
dirt diggers.
you've got to go check out what he put up there. We will totally. I will.
We'll post a picture.
We have to make sure we put that into the edit before we put it up there. Thank you, Gallagher from 1981, for creating the look that I have now brought back into 2000, whatever we're in.
Trying to bring back.
Very.
Oh man.
We're
Just
here
need
now,
that
man.
hat.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
you
not.
totally need that.
Well, hey, Cody. Thanks. Tiffany.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. James. Yes.
Easy.
Sam.
Don't hurt him.
Right? Yeah.
James,
Keep those
sir.
boobs out of the way. I've just been playing with them all night. It's kind of ridiculous. Steven.
Hey,
Thanks to everybody that actually
Steven.
stuck with us
I
for
know,
over
it's-
2 hours.
It's been,
Has it been over 2 hours, really?
been a large
has been
appreciation
over 2
period of
hours.
greatness.
100.
Wow.
100th episode.
If I had a beer, I'd toast you.
Will you call my boss?
You're out?
Yeah.
Now,
12 pack is gone, is it?
as I
Just hold up your koozie in honor.
I know. Seat time.
See
You
time.
got some more left.
Remember, it's always
Oh,
a
wait
awesome.
a minute. Wait, I want to end the show with a strawberry beer.
No, get in the new one.
That's
Get in the new
regular
one.
beer.
Get in the new
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Wait, we're gonna get in the new one. So the thing is seat time. Seat time is always a pint
Oh,
full
you're
of
gonna
awesome. I
let
want
the
people to
chug
realize
go.
that.
Or less.
So if you're it's always a pint full of
That's
awesome. But the thing is your
cold.
pint full
Yeah.
of awesome doesn't have to be some
Refrigerator
kind of
down there.
alcoholic beverage. We would
I'm
love
serious,
it
that's
if you could
cold.
find a way to find awesome
That's awesome.
Coke, any of that stuff. Pint full of awesome. That's all we want. We just
Well,
want
hang
you
on.
taxed
Let
up
me
in a pint full of
pop the
awesome.
top.
If you're racing, bring
So-
Gatorade or something.
And right now, if you're hydrating,
I'm going to end with a strawberry Rita.
we're gonna
Strawberry
we want you to
Rita.
chug it.
Chugging. It's going to be gone in
Squeeze it
seconds.
like
Am I by
squeeze it in
myself?
your mouth, like-
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
got
gonna
another
drink
one.
No,
the rest
I
of
can't
my
be by
beer.
myself.
We're gonna all.
I cannot
We're
be
all
by
gonna
myself.
drink, but you gotta be done with that 2
Cheers.
seconds.
I mean, I would. But I
No, Cody's out. Wait, let's finish this right.
can't. Give it to
Anybody else?
Cody.
Give it to Cody. That's-
you
that's
guys
Cody's.
can. You guys can.
What do you got there, Brian? What do you got
Well,
left?
I can't drink with that.
Gluten.
You're at home.
My girl
No, I
loves
can't
that.
drink that. I have to drink the gluten-free shit.
No, that's what he means. Finish yours.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Sam, Cody,
Appreciate
James,
it.
Tiffany.
Here's to the 100th episode. Seat time. Hey, finish it.
Okay.
Ready, go.
Here's to you.
Cheers. Whoops.
I didn't have much left, I won't lie. That is the most fantastic picture ever, Bolt on. Thank you.
Ron
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I don't know who
You're
Mystery
welcome.
Lady is, but I
Dear
like her.
Rita.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's very nice.
All right, so
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks, guys.
bye.
Bye.